Hello, everyone.
Hello and happy Wednesday.
We're here. We're doing the things.
We're trying to do the things.
It's been a long day, but now we're here to play a game, so it's gonna get better.
We're here.
So, as always, we do announcements and such at top of show. So hi, tonight is the next episode of the Vanishing Lands game Carbe Diem. We are down an Allie Capone tonight. We wish her well. I think she's still in chat.
Everyone
she's supposed
tell
to be asleep.
Allie to go to bed.
Go to bed, Allie.
is very sick and needs to go to bed.
Allie is very sick and needs to go to bed. This is true. So, I mean, like, watch until you fall asleep, I guess, but please go to sleep.
Like, eat your soup and then go to bed, okay?
Yeah. Fair enough. We just want you to feel better. We want you back next week. But for tonight, Whiskey will go on his own adventure. In other news from us, what does she say?
Everyone. My favorite was Diana. Allie, go to night-night.
Fantastic.
I
Nubby!
swear.
Nubby! You get more creative with these every time you come in.
No, he doesn't. Don't give him credit.
Yes, he does.
Whiskey got stuck in a door frame or something.
Don't worry. I'm sure Whiskey's doing great.
Whiskey got trapped in a shed.
Awar, let me tell you how much I wish
He just got trapped in the shed.
Tall won't fit. I love it so much.
But yeah, we're here. We're doing the things on Mondays and Wednesdays. I fell in a well.
Yep. On Mondays, you can catch Into the Dark Room. It's a Kids on Bike 2nd Edition campaign, and it's the opposite of this campaign in every way. So if you have ever thought to yourself, man, this is maybe too sweet and wholesome for my liking, just go to Monday. It's fine. Just go to Monday.
And we'll say it. It'll be sometime Saturday.
Yeah. Sometime on Saturday, we're going to have our very first episode of Crit Talk.
We're going to do Crit Talk.
Our sort of like talk back of the news of the week in gaming and things like that, talking about maybe an indie game that we've liked during the past couple of weeks and things like that. It's going to be our every other Saturday show. So should be a lot of fun. So that'll be at some point.
It'll be a good time.
On Saturday. We just haven't figured out what time yet.
We'll tweet. Just pay attention.
We'll tweet about it. You know, as long as Twitter keeps working. Because some of us couldn't tweet throughout the day.
Look, it happens. It happens.
Someone pressed the wrong button. And that's fine.
There probably weren't enough people to press the right button is what the problem was.
There it is.
All right. Well, we're going to do our trailer.
Yeah. And then we're going to go talk to people, and then we're going to play a game.
And then we're going to play a game. I'm going to apologize now. I inadvertently went cold turkey with caffeinated sodas. So I hate my life today. But that's okay.
And on the other end of the spectrum, I just started ADHD medication, so we have two very different vibes going in this basement today.
This house is not quite a home this week, but you know, it is what it is.
That's all right. We're doing the thing.
Look, as long as one of us is functional, that's all that matters. Okay,
it's my turn this week.
I'm gonna roll the tape.
Yeah.
We're back.
Hello.
There we go.
It's so nice to see you all again. It's been like a whole 60 seconds. So we will start going around first, and then I'll give you our little recap after. So I don't know what order you all are in
Also,
anymore.
hold on. Two things that we forgot.
What? Oh, Streamloots.
Streamloots. It's in the chat. We have Streamloots cards for the game. You can give us things or make things harder. At this point, I'm making things really hard on myself, so maybe don't make things harder. The second
I will say
thing,
you have a good amount of hero points. Like
I do.
I
So if
think
I fuck up too bad, I can maybe solve
Adam
it.
and Amber each have 1, but you have 3.
I do.
So many
I
hero
do.
points.
I feel good about it.
Also, don't forget there are 2 of or there's at least 1 legendary card. If you all make the volcano erupt, I have to change this whole campaign, but I will do it for you. It is the hardest card for you to find, though.
Diana. I wish I could. Second, because I had to remake the thing and I don't have it up there yet. I had to remake our overlay for the evening. We are, for the month of February, we have a goal of trying to get to 200 followers on Twitch. So if you don't follow us, give us a follow. I think we're now at 173.
172, 173, something like that.
Out of, thanks to Ghostwriter, I think we're at 173 out of 200. So yeah, give us a follow if you like what we're doing. That way you get updates when we're doing the things.
Yeah.
And then also,
and it means that you'll get all the announcements because we have so many new shows to announce within the next month.
Speaking of new shows, we are going to be tweeting a fillable form to see if you want to play with us. Fill out the form. We're looking for new cast members to fill out our shows this year. We're trying to do a different cast with each show. So, yeah. Of course, Diana. You're already on the list. It's okay.
I was gonna say you're already on the list.
I don't. You're on the list already.
I have your contact information. I text you every couple of days.
Can I be on the list too?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You are both on the list.
Yeah.
No, not Adam. I meant
Oh,
Red
Big Red.
Panda.
We'll put Big Red
wants
on the
to
list.
play. Yeah,
We'll put Big Red on the
Big Red
list.
Okay, good. Yeah, he wants to come and play some more.
I guarantee at least 1 more show this year where people play animals. That I can guarantee 100%.
I'm here for it. I'm super here for it. Why
More
is this
animal
so
content. More.
I will bring everybody
Look.
all of the
Ryan, our beautiful Ryan, who DMs a lot for us, in his discovery of new systems, he loved the Root board game, so he went out and bought all of the Root materials, and he's like, I love this, and I was like, I get to be an animal again.
like the books, all of the expansion
So-
things. Like he literally showed us a whole stack on stream the other day.
He's in
He
love
was
with
like,
it right now.
How quickly can I convince people to come play animals? And I was like, well, my Wednesday cast already does it, so I think you're probably fine.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a hard sell.
Yeah. So
Oh no, I get to be a little guy? I get to be a little guy?
I just get to be a little guy in a forest without real responsibilities. Oh man,
That sounds awful. Shit.
What
I
am I
decided
do?
my top 3 choices for what animal I play today. So by the time we get into it and I hear like what the actual story is going to be, I'll pick one. But
it didn't flag anything
whenever
for me,
that
Allie. I
comes
don't
up.
know why it deleted your link. Hold on, let me see.
I don't know, love. 10 out of 10. Oh, did you try to send the thing of the game? If it won't work in here, you can always drop it in Discord, and that means I'll shamelessly plug Discord.
It's supposed to
There is
show
a
me.
button, a banner under here that will lead to our Discord and invite you to the server.
Oh,
If
hold
you'd
on,
like to
I
come
got
see
it.
it, we post behind the scenes things and how we make it.
Discord.
Yay!
There's our Discord.
Yep. So there you go, Allie. If it won't work here, put it in the Discord. Because honestly, Nightbot fights us about a lot of things,
And then
I
go to bed.
have only figured out half of it.
Okay.
for the
Do
year.
we want to go around? Amber's up first.
Yeah. Amber's up first because I figured out what order you all are in on my screen.
All right, yeah, I can for sure. Hi, everybody. I'm Amber, also known as the Space Jamber on, well, anywhere there's internet, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, whatever. I'm a TTRPG writer, editor, streamer, all of the above. I do pretty much everything, so I'm really excited to be here playing Corn Cob, the plant possum. He owns Possum's Blossoms here in town. He's a very wholesome boy, definitely big himbo energy. Um, things I'm in this week. Tomorrow is the second episode of Monster Hearts 2. God, it's the Danny Phantom game that I'm running on the initiative order. And that's at 8 p.m. Eastern. Friday, I'm going to be doing a Monster Prom on my channel as a fundraiser for Girls Rock DC because it's a charity that supports Black youth here in DC. And what a better way to support Black History Month. And then this weekend, y'all ain't finding me anywhere. I'm asleep. Don't talk to me. So,
Fair of you.
yeah. Really excited to be here.
Oh my god. I'm not last.
You're not last.
Hi.
You're in the middle.
I'm Kylie Eberhard. You can find me almost anywhere on the internet at Viking_mermaid. Sometimes the underscore is not there. I think it's just on my Instagram because I got there first years and years and years ago. I am playing Willow Bumblebreeze, the raccoon adventure crew scout. Yeah, that's all I got today.
Hell yeah. Valid.
Well, and hi friends, I'm Adam Kahn. You can find me on the socials at Azerold1. No, really crazy name, but you're welcome. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy to be jumping back into this. I've missed it because I get to play some Big Red again, and everybody knows that Big Red was the ice cream shop guy that he's a very good ice cream scooper. But a lot of people don't know it. But Big Red has an identity, and he's actually Big Red, the superhero. Which currently if you could all tell right now, that's what I'm currently dressed up as. I got my my mask on my face. I got my ice cream scoopty doops ready, and I also got my my Cheeto cloak on too. So I'm ready to go. Rearing and ready to go. Yeah, let's do this now. Okay.
Dan, I'm sorry you can't have any ice cream until after the stream.
That's right. I got I bought my own scooper, and I got one from the drawer as well. So I got both scoopers right now.
Damage, she says.
I guess it's a pint and a spoon kind of night. I'm just saying.
Peek it out with your finger. Totally fine.
It happens.
Okay.
Or get the mochi ice creams. They sell those in stores now.
That
the
is
little
true.
mochi ice creams.
That is true.
You can just get like a little bite and then
I ordered some of those for my shop. They should be coming in sometime this week, so that should be good. Yeah.
See, all sorts of ice cream possibilities, and you don't even need a scooper.
possibilities.
So hi, I guess that leaves me, I think. So hi, I'm Mallory Mize. I'm your game master for everything that's currently on this channel, but especially for tonight. Here's your disclaimer today. I don't remember a single voice that I did in the first session, and you're not getting them back because I have not had the time to go figure out what they were. So however people talk tonight is how they talk. Maybe they get their accents back next week. I don't know. But here we are. They're the same people, I promise. That's all I've got.
Look, we are here with some duct tape and some dreams, and we're gonna make it happen.
That is today's motto and vibe. Duct tape and dreams.
Held together by duct tape and dreams.
Correct. But it's okay, because we're going to plan a heist tonight. So really, you're not going to be talking to a lot of people unless you really need to, I suppose.
Oh god, I forgot. Now I realized what we're heisting. I forgot.
Yeah. Y'all got to get the cookbook.
We got to get the cooking book.
I do remember that Mayor President Alley Pop has a southern accent because it's my default go-to. That one I know. Everyone else though I've known. So our little recap for everybody. First of all, in session 0, which is in the Vanishing Lands, is something you do completely collaborative as a table with world building and all. So in our session 0, we made Pantria, which is an entire land made completely of food. It hosts some wonderful things like a hot fudge ocean, a abandoned lighthouse that then got turned into a restaurant by Gordon Ramsay, We also have the Olive Garden, which is in fact not olives; it is bubblegum. That is
Oh,
green
the
and
Garden
red.
of Olives.
The garden. Oh, sorry, the Garden of Olives. We can't call it the Olive Garden. That name's taken by somebody. Um, and we convened at the town festival where Mayor President Ali Pop, sorry, his first name is President, was giving a speech for the Mehemehet year that they've been here because nobody knows. Everybody here was born after the Vanishing, so they have no clue how long they've been here. And there was a missing poster that was found by Whiskey, and our poor Justin Twizzler Lake has gone missing. So our wonderful crew, now led by our two adventure crew tots, Willow and Whiskey, have decided to go on an adventure to try to save Justin Twizzler Lake. So we had some adventures in the ice cream shop from Big Red and Whiskey. We had some going to the garden to investigate what had happened to Justin Twizzler Lake, because in his off time from being a pop star, the Garden of Olives was his safe place that he would go tend to. And now we venture to the wherever you all would like to start this heist, because now it is time to try to go get the cookbook, which is not known to be what it is yet, but Fudge, who is our bunny companion, has said that it seems to be important, and that it should be able to be found in the mayor's office. So we left off in the Garden of Olives planning this heist. So however you all would like to do it, I will say that Whiskey has stepped away for his own adventure that he will tell you all about next week.
All right.
It's
Whiskey's
it's
the irresponsible one, so I was really,
Yep.
I was banking on Whiskey doing all of the heavy lifting.
I do remember this conversation of you being like, I'm the good one, and Whiskey was like, I'm not, I'll go steal something.
Yeah.
And now Whiskey's not here, so time to get a
Well,
theft patch,
okay.
I suppose.
it's okay anyway, because trying to steal something can be quite dangerous, and you got to be super sneaky about it. Which I know I might not look it, but I'm one of the sneakiest people around. So yeah, I can definitely get in there. Hopefully, get that cookbook. But now that I don't have Whiskey around, that's going to be rather more difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, but Big Red, that just means you get to prove yourself even more as a big hero.
Big superhero, absolutely correct. Yeah. So, well, I mean, the two of you are scouts and everything, and I heard that you made Big Red an official scout leader as well. I'm sure he's very happy about that. But as scouts, you two talk to a lot of people, right?
I'm not a scout. I'm a grown adult. Awesome.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking about Whiskey as well too.
Oh,
My
yeah.
apologies, Corn Cob. Yeah,
Yes.
I know it's been a long day of a long night of a fighting crime. I'm exhausted.
I mean, we do talk to people a lot, but breaking and entering is kind of like a big nose goes with adventure crewing. So
We could call it. I think you could probably call it maybe town adventuring. That could work. You could get a B&E badge, but you could call it building
Urban exploration.
Urban exploration, building enrichment. That totally works. B&E. Yeah. Okay. You could get a badge for that. That's totally fine.
Okay. Okay. I don't know how to do this.
Oh, it's okay. Well, where did you all decide and find out where the cookbook was? We said it was at Mayor Presidente's house, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. So seeing how I'm incredibly sneaky, I think I could probably find a way in the back door. Will, you think you could Mayor's home, you could talk him up a little bit, huh? Well, keep him distracted, and maybe Corn Cob, you could be our lookout in the backside. Yeah. I mean, after all, I've got, and Big Red does this big twirl, and you just see Cheeto dust whoosh, fly up into the air and just kind of sparkle down and everything. He's like, yeah, it would be good. I think we got a pretty solid plan here. I think we'll be good.
Corncob swipes his finger through the air to collect some Cheeto dust and then licks it off his finger.
Tastes just like fresh, like it was about 3 months old, right? Mm-hmm.
Just like the real thing.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, positively.
I love it so much. So you all are headed to the house,
Is
yes?
Fudge still with us?
Oh, Fudge is absolutely here.
Cool.
He's just kind of
Oh,
letting you
yeah.
all have your conversation. For those that may not remember Fudge's physical description, because I love him very much, and he's maybe my favorite NPC I've ever made. He is a chocolate bunny. One of his ears looks like it has had a bite taken out of it. He insists it's from a skateboarding accident. The world may never know if that's true, but he says it's from a skateboarding accident. He is like a light milk chocolate, and then there are dark chocolate spots on him that just happen to look like fingerless gloves and like where combat boots would be. Just happens to be that way. And he has a pet banana duck named Gerald that follows him around.
You forgot about the banana duck. That's
Yes.
right.
I forgot about
Yeah.
the banana duck.
He's a pet banana duck named Gerald, and Gerald is wonderful.
Speaking of banana ducks, I know this is off topic, but I was scrolling through TikTok, and this mom was talking about how their child had like completed, it was, I don't remember if it was like something through school or something, they had achieved something, and so they were like, do you want to go out to dinner, to celebrate? And they're like, actually, I've been really looking at this thing, and I think if you bought that, then I would have something physical to remember this achievement. And they were like, sure, that's great. And it was a like banana duck sculpture. And she goes,
That's
did I buy it?
great.
Fuck yes, I bought it.
I love
Why? I don't know, but this is now their banana duck that they get to look at and know that they accomplished this thing. It's like, this is great. That's my kind of kid.
I would like a banana duck for my next accomplishment. So
Yeah.
Here, I just found
Achievement.
I just found it on Etsy, so
Yeah.
I will drop it in Discord.
It's pretty stellar.
yes. Oh, so good. I can already tell this is going to be a shenanigans night, and I love it.
Yep, there it
Oh
is.
my god!
Yeah.
It's a banana duck.
Yeah.
Oh my
Um,
god.
It's
This
great.
is very similar to what Gerald looks like, although his head does look like it's more yellow, and like the beak is less pronounced.
Mm-hmm.
Or the bill is less pronounced, so he just looks almost like a little bird, but it's just enough to tell that he's a duck. But yeah, Gerald is kind of living his best life. He's pecking around at things that are on the ground, and Fudge has sort of he's leaned back against this table that was clearly a potting table at one point, and he's sort of just been taking in the conversation. And as you all sort of decide who's doing what, he will take a key out of his backpack and drop it in Big Red's hand.
Ooh. What sort of key is this? Is this like one of them skeleton keys?
No, it's the one to his house.
Oh. Oh.
Willow's just
You-
gonna kind of stare at him with just.
Yeah, where? How
steal
did
his
you?
key?
How did you end up getting this little Fudge? That's your name. Yeah, that's right. How'd you end up getting a hold of this key?
Do you want the honest answer or the one that makes me sound not as bad?
You know what? I'll leave that one up to you. I mean, if you ever find yourself wanting to be a true superhero, honesty is the best policy.
If it's crimes, I won't judge you.
She's just gonna cover her ears and just start humming to herself.
I may or may not have taken it from his office because I knew we'd need the book. And so I made a fake appointment with him after the festival. I just made
Nope.
up something about how I think the town square needs more lampposts.
Using your brain and such. Good job. Good on you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thanks.
For the betterment of the community. Good job.
Mhm.
Actually, I do agree that the town needs more lampposts. That I can post more of my flower garlands on there. You know,
See,
find the place.
I'm helping everybody just by
Yeah.
lying a little bit, and I think that's where
No one said lion was bad.
exactly.
Well, the lions aren't that bad. I mean, they do live just outside of town. You know, they're okay.
Willow's just over here, and like she started to hear the lying things, and she's just like,
Fudge just points to Willow and goes, "This is why I can't be an adventure scout or crew, whatever. I can't, but they won't let me in. Probably."
Oh. Oh. Well, you should try again. I think you get like 8 tries before it's an official no all the time. Yeah,
Oh,
like
cool.
every
That's
session or
fair.
season.
Yeah.
That's what I think I've heard around town and stuff. So
I tried like 3 times when I was younger, and they were like, he seemed shady, and I was like, you know what, you're right. Fair enough. I was like a small child, but I understood, and I just haven't tried since. So maybe I'll give it another go.
go for it. Yeah, I heard that the ice cream scooper Big Red is a new scoutmaster. So maybe talk to him. Seems like a nice guy.
Yeah, he's real nice, and he always remembers my order when I come in, which I really appreciate. And he gives me like a little tiny cup for Gerald.
Yeah, really good man.
So
Great.
who am I with? Because I'm not gonna be in this.
I feel like Fudge should go with Big Red.
I agree.
That's where he wanted to be, but he was gonna be nice enough to ask where he should go.
Oh, yeah, so you can be my sidekick since Whiskey didn't. Whiskey had something more important to take care of. I guess I was hoping Whiskey would want to be on my side, but guess just gonna have to wait a little bit longer for that superhero test.
I'm happy to stick with you. Whiskey just mumbled something about cotton candy before they ran away. I don't know what that was, but we'll figure it out later, I guess.
Good.
Also,
Seems like it's
Go
more-
to bed, Allie. We love you.
Yeah, we love you, Allie.
Go to bed, Allie. Sleep
Go to
well.
bed,
I mean-
Allie.
I'm honestly indifferent, but it's okay. I hope you feel better.
Whiskey regrets it all.
Yeah, and Gerald will circle overhead. I've seen in like those movies that you're supposed to have like an eye in the sky or whatever, and we don't have a helicopter, so Gerald will do it.
Does his little peel like rotate?
Yeah, that's like his wings are peel. It's great.
No, it's very appealing. Good.
I don't like the amount of joy that I got from drawing Fudge and figuring out what Gerald was exactly and all of his like purposes that he could do. Oh, I was so happy.
Look, it's great.
Well, Big Red will hold up the key and just be like, "Okay, are we ready to do this?" Hmm?
I'm ready when you all are.
Willow's just
Yeah.
gonna pull out her
Give me my
notebook
key.
and she's gonna
eraser.
say, "Okay, I have a plan."
Okay.
Oh,
I
Are
And
you
she's
all
just
selling
gonna
those
start-
cookies? Because like that's a really cool way to do it. But if you're not in cookie selling season, then like, whatever your plan is, do it. Recite all your patches. Honestly, that would keep him at the front door for like 3 hours.
True. But if push comes to shove and Corncob like roots around in his like little pocket in his apron and he pulls out some of the seed bombs, push comes to shove, we can blow shit up, blow things up. If you want.
No,
If
yeah,
you-
no, that's a really good plan. I like that
Good.
plan.
good distractions. Yep, loud booms make people go, "Oh," and then they run to it. Yeah,
Exactly.
Good on you.
Yeah.
I like that.
Or run away
Yeah.
from it, depending on where you place it, really.
Exactly.
But I
Mhm.
like both of those ideas. And also you can totally say shit in front of me. Like I know I look like I'm 12. I'm not. I'm like 14.
Willow's
Well,
just gonna hold her
big
notebook real
big
close
old difference.
and
I don't
just
want to say bad words in front of the children.
keep humming to
It's
herself a little louder as she just walks toward.
Oh, wait, Willow, I know that song. What are you humming? What song is that?
I'm gonna say that it's probably some song for the adventure crew. Was I going to come up with songs and sayings for the adventure crew? Yes, I was. And then I didn't.
Oh, that's great. Let's go ahead and hear it now.
We're gonna workshop it
absolutely.
now. There's no way. My brain is
You
dead.
sure are.
Good sir, my brain is dead. Yeah,
Don't worry, we'll have it for next week.
we'll come up with it. But she's just gonna sing, like, I don't know if they have like an anthem, but she's just gonna sing it with her notebook as she walks to Mayor President Alley Pop's house.
Oh, I love this so much.
I'm
You
gonna
beat-
stash my seed bombs back in my apron and be like, all right, we'll use them when the time is right, but not today.
She's just like, they're adults talking about blowing things up and saying that lying isn't bad and that we need to break and enter into the most, like, senior government official's house to steal a
Not
book.
breaking.
Like,
Not breaking. We got a key. We're fine. We're fine.
like, she's
Is
just
it,
like,
yeah, it's not breaking and entering when I stole the key. So really, like, theft is on me, and everything else should be fine.
As we start walking, you just hear a, and you hear a cape. As then you see just like this red tail disappear into the shadows.
Also, if you really think about it, I mean, Mayor President Alley Pop, is a public servant, and so in essence, shouldn't their office also be like a public good? Like, it should be accessible to the public. So, if you really think about it, we're walking into something that we already own, that we have paid with our taxes. So,
okay, that is fair. That is
I mean,
fair.
yeah, like, because I couldn't figure out if it was in his real office or in his home office, but then when I went in earlier and, like, talked about the whole lamppost thing, that, like, now that you say it, I'd really like more lampposts so you can put more flowers up. But when I originally went in, it was just allowed to get into the office. But you're right, it'd be good. But I think because the safe was open in his office while I was in there, and it was empty, so it must be in the safe in his home office, which technically I think we still paid for because he lives in one of those fancy houses.
yeah,
And
we
I
paid
don't.
for it. It's ours.
Yeah, his salary is technically from money from us, so it's all ours. Because government hierarchy things are just dumb.
Okay.
I bless little Fudge's heart. I love him because he just is everything an angsty teenager is in a chocolate bunny body. It's great.
I'm just imagining Panini from Chowder, but like edgy.
Yes. That's
It's like
exactly
an edgelord.
That is exactly what Fudge is. Thank you for knowing where I pull my inspiration from. So you all head down that way. It's not too far from the Garden of Olives that you will have to take a sort of graham cracker path. It is like crumbled up to almost look like dirt and gravel, but it crunches beneath you as you walk towards this house. And it's fairly large. It is one of those like nice ornate houses. It's got like drizzles as accents, and these they look sort of like gargoyles, but it like in their pose, but they're actually owls that are like in flight almost, as statues that line this long path, and it's got one of those giant driveways that go all the way down. He's also like the only resident that has some sort of vehicle because it is small enough that you can walk across it. He just insists that he won't. And also insists he won't fly, even though he's an owl, because he just doesn't want to. So you see at the end of this driveway is just like a very small vehicle that I can best equate to like a bug, like the car, a bug. Like it is very small. It is made of a giant gumball that has been hollowed out, and has 4 smaller gumballs as wheels. And he usually can be seen driving around in that. It's bright blue, and it is currently sitting at the end of the driveway, which would make you think he's probably home. The front door is pretty large and grand, with almost like that edible gold on it, so it looks very nice. And you can see like a small path that leads to the backyard. And you would say there's probably like 3 floors to this house. Like it is massive. certainly bigger than anything anybody else would live in town.
Willow's just gonna kind of look at them for a second and nod and then turn around and just like look. She has this very determined look in her eye and she just starts walking toward his front door.
You can do it, Willow. I believe in you.
She's gonna kind of put a fist in the air.
You can do it, Willow. She believes in you.
I'm a boy.
Yeah,
I'm a boy possum.
He's a boy possum. He believes in you.
Gerald believes in you too.
So she's just gonna go and just forcefully knock on the door.
You like hear sort of like a skittering around, and there's like one of those little like sliding panels on the front door, and you see it open and very large owl eyes on the other side, and it's very obvious that it's Mayor President Alley-Pop. Willow, it is so nice to see you. Is it cookie season already?
Hello, sir. My name is Willow Bumblebreeze, and I'm with troop number 233 of the Adventure Crew. I am trying to earn my Get to Know Your Local Government badge. Could I please ask you some questions?
At that, he will close the little like sliding panel and open the door. Why, Willow, it is so nice to get to just have a conversation with you. Sure, you can totally talk to me for a while. Where is your slip from?
Thank you so much. Question number 1. What is your favorite color?
Well, I suppose that would probably have to be blue. I really like bright blue. It is the shape of my my gumball carriage right over there.
Blue is the shape of a carriage.
And she's gonna write
He
it
sticks
down.
by it. He does not even notice.
fine.
Mostly because I did it, but it's fine.
Thank you. Number 2. How old are you? Oh, yay. We got another card played. Thank you, Stardrew. Corncob has a hero point.
Ooh,
Thank you.
Stardew getting here more to the corn garbage.
So he kind of like starts into this big thing. Well, age is just such a primitive thing, because it's just a number, like, and really it's the wisdom that you've gained along the way. And he like starts to trail off. And what are you two doing as she's trying to distract President?
I was gonna say, I feel like we would probably watch her for like just a hot second, make sure she's good. Is there windows on the side or
Yeah.
Okay.
There are from the side you can see, because I'll say that right now you're at like an angle of a sort. On the side that you can see that is not the front where they are standing, there are 3 windows on the bottom, and then above that there are 2 more windows, and it seems like the top floor, whatever that is, there aren't windows on this side.
Sure. You see Big Red immediately goes up to the wall and just does this whoosh, and starts like sliding sideways. When he gets to a window, he just squats down, slides sideways, up,
Hit that 6.
slides across the
Sarah,
side of the house until he
hi.
gets to the back.
Well, hello, Sarah. Sarah's one of the people that worked on this game. And she's gonna come chill for a little bit. You're just in time for a heist, Sarah.
Heist
And
time.
just so you all know, you have 52 questions of time.
Cool.
Okay.
And he's on question 2, and he's
He's
rambling.
on 2,
So you
and
have
he's
a while.
rambling. This is
Perfect.
actually a badge. She just has not wanted to come do this badge because she knew he was going to talk forever. So it's one that she had been putting off until like she just really, really needed to get this badge.
Understandable.
Timing.
Truly understandable.
Now, what I
Um,
also need to know is, I know that you've looked at scout stuff on the internet. Is this a list you've pulled from somewhere, or are you making
No,
this up?
I was literally just gonna make up questions
Okay.
off the top of my head.
I just wanted to know.
Iconic.
That was for me.
I was sitting here with my broken brain going, okay, because I'm a glutton for punishment and got back on dating apps. And the first thing you do when you meet people is you ask them questions about themselves. And so I was like, I have been answering so many questions lately. Like, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite food? What's your favorite thing to do? And so I'm just like, I'm just going to make up a list of questions. And I was like, how can I make that something that I can use? And I was like, getting to know your local government. Done. And now my brain is gone. It's gone.
Fine. That's all right.
So,
So I have a big red squished up against the side of the building, being stealthy and such. What is Corncob up to?
Corncob's meant to be the lookout, right?
yeah, Corncob's got backdoor.
Okay, yeah. So Corncob's going to like go on all fours, and just initiate possum bus mode and see if like he can get under like a tarp or something, to like scurry and like skitter over to a good place to be able to watch like anybody coming from like the back door or the side or whatever, to ensure that there's like no interference. I'm also gonna keep like my little hand rake at the ready in case I need to do a plant spell. But I think what the camera sees is like, you know, like a tarp that's like laid over a table or something, like beside this house, and then like two little beady possum eyes underneath, just like peeking out from under the tarp.
I love it.
And maybe a snoot. Actually, absolutely the possum snoot.
Justified our possum. Fantastic. I'm gonna have everybody make their first roll of the night in this.
Woo! Yay!
Corncob and Big Red are going to make physical. Willow is making a social. What happens in this moment, if any of this goes wrong, is at the very least, Mayor President Alley Pop is alerted to someone being at the side of the house, or like can figure out that something is amiss with Willow.
Mm. Okay, so I need to roll under my 10?
Yes, and you're sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. It's been a minute since we played this game. And you,
Oh, hey, Bug, there you are. What are you doing? You hiding with me too?
Margin of success. Bug! Yeah, Bug is obviously here. We could never leave Bug behind.
Yeah, Diana went and found Bug for me, sorry.
Thank you, Diana. No, you're fine. Bug
Sweet
is
girl.
great.
I actually probably could grab my other possum plush. I have 3.
Do whatever you want to do. I encourage all of it.
All right, so roll d20.
I got me an 8.
Oh,
Cool.
my number was 10. I rolled a 9.
I was gonna say you're good to go then. Great time.
I was a 14, so an 8.
So an 8 is your margin of success?
6 is my margin of success.
6, got it. 6, 1. How are we looking, Willow?
Sorry, I'm trying to find heist music.
It's important. It is important. It's very important.
It's important. I don't like whatever this is.
I'll resolve them first then while you find heist music, and we'll come back. So for you two, you are both able to stealth along fairly well.
Yeah,
it could
here it
be
is.
the Corncob and just like rustled the tarp a bit or something getting underneath it, but still very successful. You did not alert the mayor to anything. It seems like he's probably very wrapped up in these questions, honestly, depending on how that roll goes. But he, at the very least, is too distracted to be able to tell that anybody is around. Big Red is like a shadow in the night, squished up against this house. I will say Fudge is sort of like half good at this and half like I usually can get away with what I want. So he kind of like walks over to the shadow, like not in a stealthy way at all, just kind of walks and then just stands there. And actually, I will roll for our friendly little Fudge. Oh yeah, he's fine. He got a 2. He's got like a at least a 12 margin of success. I should really build out a whole character sheet. But I
Height
think a
advantage.
2 is
I rolled
pretty impressive.
I rolled an 8 and my number is a 12, so I had a 4.
Fantastic.
before
So
my
yeah,
turn.
Mayor President Ali Pop is all about these questions.
Great.
As he continues to ramble on, he goes, so I suppose that you could say that I'm 87, but I truly believe that age is really just how you're feeling in your heart.
Her eyes are just gonna get really big.
That he's 87?
Yeah, and she's gonna write it down.
Yeah.
And then she's gonna go, did you always dream of becoming a mayor?
Well, and as he starts to ramble on again, Fudge is like even more shadow than you are. And as you all start to move around the house, you see Gerald flying in circles above. He's doing his job.
Good
A
Gerald.
banana duck should not be able
Banana
to
duck.
fly.
I don't care. This is my world. I built banana
I
ducks,
know,
and
I
Gerald
know.
can fly.
All right.
No one can tell Gerald otherwise.
It's true.
Exactly. Bless little Gerald. He's just doing his best out here. We're not going to question what Gerald does. He's just living his life. But yeah, he is very clearly on lookout, and he knows that if something is to go wrong or anything like that, that his first option is to find Fudge. But if you all are in the house already, he will go to court.
Okie dokie.
So how would everybody like to proceed around before I go back to Mayor Ali Pop trying to answer another question of which I've already forgot? But, oh, want to be a mayor? That's the question. But anyway, let's get in the house first.
Probably is like on the side, and he's just gonna keep creeping until he gets to the back door. He stops, quick peek around, sit back on, and when he goes around the corner of the house, it's like he stays melded with the house. So like his arm goes around it. So he's instead of he's essentially backwards. If you were to like hug the corner of the house, you would be like this. But Big Red instead is like backwards doing it as well too. And it's just like, and it's like he's just flowing. He's being very fluid, getting around the house. His eyes are outward, so he can see everything.
We love to see it.
As he moves, he's got to move the underwear a little bit. Now he can see everything. Perfect. But yeah, and then he would try to sneak over to the door. But first, before he goes around the corner, he wants to look down if there's like any gnome statues or anything that might get kicked over. Maybe there's like a camera hidden somewhere. Like he's being very he's doing what he does. You know? I'm sorry, he's doing what he does. You know.
That is a very good call. I am going to roll something just for myself. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go with that. There is a collection lining the back of the house, and they are all geese that are dressed in different ways of food. Like, so there's like a s'mores geese and a pasta
It's like
geese.
the
and
seasonal
everything.
yard geese, only they're
It-
food.
Yep,
The-
it sure is.
That one duck that all grandmas back in the 90s had in their front yard. My grandma
Yes.
called her Myrtle.
With
Just
the
tons of
little
those.
bonnet. The little bonnet.
Adam knows what's up because he grew up in the Midwest.
Which is neither
I
the middle
need-
nor the western part of the country.
Exactly.
Yeah, this conversation.
Yeah, it
My
was.
grandma used
Tons
to
of
like
myrtles.
sew
Oh my
clothes
God.
for those.
Yes. Everybody had this white goose, and you dressed it according to the seasons. And my
Yes.
favorite was when it had a raincoat and a rain hat.
Yes.
Sorry.
So
I just went
how many
feral.
how many
Yeah.
of those? How many of those do I see? Would you say
24.
24?
There are 12 on either side of the back door.
Okay.
It is so
Uh,
many geese.
On either side, like straight of the back door. Okay.
Yeah.
I wanna. Okay. Yeah. As he's sneaking to, he gets to that point. He wants to try. Okay. He's going to try to put his tail on the top of one and try to launch himself by doing a giant cartwheel, still staying flat up against the wall. So then he lands on the other side.
I love it.
Okay, I'm gonna have you do a physical roll
This
about
music
it,
is
but
just
I'm gonna give you a bit of a penalty here because
Sure.
that is just wild. I'm gonna go with this is a -4 because I feel like it defies all logic ever.
Mhm.
Do keep in mind though that
Love
you
it.
have spirit to spend, you have hero points to spend,
Okay.
you have a lot of things.
Okay. And that negative goes to my number. So if I'm at a 14, it takes it down to a 10 then, correct? Or it's a
Uh,
-4 from what I roll.
-4 from what you roll.
-4 from what I roll. Okay.
Well, I guess it works either way. But.
Okay. All right, here we go. 14 physical. That takes it down. Just, you know what? I'm gonna spend 2 spirit.
Okay.
Because I rolled an 11. So that'll take me down to a 9.
Perfect.
So
Does that meet or is that
that'll beat it by 1.
okay? Cool. So with a 1, you are certainly going to like you can attempt it and you do fairly well. I will say you stumble a bit like right at the end, but not in a way that creates noise, just in a way that makes it look slightly less cool than you wanted.
I hit the one Myrtle and she's like,
yeah. Yeah, exactly. So Fudge is just kind of like he silently golf claps because he knows that this is a sneaky time. And he will just literally walk around all of these keys to the back door. It just takes like a slow, nice path. And we'll meet you on the porch. It's like a very small back porch. Like most of this house is white, and this porch is no different. So you just go up a couple of steps, and it's not too big. It's maybe like 8 feet across, this little porch with some columns. It looks very nice. The shingling on the top of it also looks like graham cracker. And it looks like maybe what has been used to attach all of this is liquid chocolate. So it is very unclear what this is. Although just, not in camera and not in view of you all, but there is one day that Fudge tried to take a bite out of this house thinking it was marshmallow. It has never been confirmed whether he was successful. So you all have reached this back porch, and then Corn Cobb, are you also headed to this back porch?
I think I do the thing. All right, you remember from Toy Story when they were under the cones and picked up the cones and moved? Corn Cob does this with the table and the tarp, and because again, his mental is very low.
Sweet,
But his
no thoughts.
his social and his physical are pretty okay. So he picks up the table and slowly scoots it so that it can get closer to this back porch area. But yeah, he's also just keeping a beady eye out for any intruders. I think if he also can attempt to sneak a bite of the house, I think he is curious. He's curious.
I need 2 physical rolls. One is for sneaking under the table and moving with it. That's gonna have a -2 just because you're blind.
Sorry, that was a delayed reaction.
We love to see it. -2 to the table roll because you're blind, you're under a tarp, so we're making sure that you're not bumping into things. When you do get to a place where you can bite the house, that's no penalty. I just want to see if you can bite into it.
Okay, sick. I will use my no thoughts head empty dice.
Yeah!
Yay!
Just okay. Okay, I can't move the table. I rolled a 20 on that. Or rather, I rolled an 18 plus that too. So.
Oh, that's okay. That's fair. So we're just.
I can bite the house though. I rolled a 6
Cool.
on that.
So I'm going to say that as you are traveling with this table, there's this sort of fence. It's like the kind that rich people have that divides their front and backyards with like the big gate that goes through it and all of that. I'm gonna say that as you are walking with this tent, look, the man has all of the fake money that this world has to offer. I imagine it's chocolate coins. But as
Oh,
you
yeah.
try to go into this gate, you just ram head on, like the middle of the table head on hits like the open part of the fence. Willow, give me a social check to make sure that you can keep his attention.
Okay.
Listen, possums aren't actually known for their ability to see. They're actually quite blind.
I mean,
just
that's
period.
fair.
Um,
That's
It's okay.
fair.
It's not impossible.
I'm good. I rolled
It's
a 6.
impossible.
How big of a margin of success is that?
Just 6.
Okay.
I have a 12.
Oh, okay, got it. I was like, isn't that
It's
the
half.
twice? It is. It's half. Almost a metric fuck ton, but not quite.
Almost a fuck ton.
So I'm gonna say that as you hear this noise of like the crashing of wood onto wood, or what you assume is wood, that Mayor President Alley Pop sort of starts to look in that direction, but will be brought back to the present conversation by being on your next question. So what is your next question for Mayor President Alley Pop?
Where did you grow up?
Well, right here in Pantria, of course. There's not really a lot of places for us to go. Specifically, though, I was born in just a small house that is out by the Hot Fudge Sea. And he will keep going along that way.
Does Willow hear that noise?
I would assume you have to,
Okay.
with how high that was.
So-
I am thinking it is a fairly loud thud.
Since he said a house, just like, I'm gonna be like, which direction is that? So that he has to, like, even more physically, like, kind of not pay attention to what's going on.
All right. And with that roll for my side, he points in the opposite direction of where the thud happened.
Cool.
Because I rolled a 2, and the lower it is in this game, the better it is. So yeah, he points in like the complete opposite direction of where the thud was. It's just over that way. I actually had this house built in like a momentum sort of way. Memento. I don't know what words you kids would call it these days. But he essentially, like my house, it was like a small shack. That was like graham cracker and like s'mores themed. It's why the town square statue is a s'more now. Because I just wanted to like theme everything that way, and so like that's why I had this house made like this. And he just kind of keeps rambling on about the architecture of the house. I will say that you can get close enough to bite it, and when you do bite into it, it is a texture and density that would remind you of white chocolate. So it is a white chocolate base that, when made, had like marshmallow cream mixed into it, which gives it like this pure white color that white chocolate doesn't have, but does give it like the very distinct taste of the two.
Oh,
I just wanted to give you that for free anyway. But
oh
I
no!
was like,
Wait, I
okay.
missed that entire thing because
No!
Did your brain time out?
It's okay. I'll do it again. I don't care. How? Yes,
Guys,
the
this is
bite.
real life.
This is real life.
This is real life, man.
So the bites, as you are like biting into this, it becomes very apparent that the density is like white chocolate. Like that is like what the density that you're biting into. But because it doesn't like look like white chocolate is like slightly yellow. It's never a true white. So marshmallow cream has been mixed in when it was being made, and so it is a pure white color that is a like white chocolate marshmallow in taste.
yeah, corn cob's probably like the way possums do, like that.
Yeah.
While he's
Very
like
good.
pointing, while he's pointing where his house is, Willow's just gonna kind of like off to the side and be like, and then turn back around.
So what question are we on for Mayor President Ali Pop? 4? 5? 4, 5?
That was question 3.
The one about being mayor was question 3.
Oh, where did he grow up? Then that
Where
was
did he
question
grow
4.
up?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is how I'm going to do the timing of this. You all obviously have a limited amount of time if there are 52 questions. Thankfully, he's a bit of a rambler. Once we are inside the house, which will be momentarily, for every scene that we do, I will then roll my d20. Whatever number I hit is how many questions have passed. So you have that amount of time to get in and out.
Okie dokie.
Hopefully I roll low for your all sake and for mine.
You just roll nat ones the
just
whole
roll
time.
nat ones over and over and over again. So that will not start though until you are in the house, and I will start at 4. So you have the key. Fudge is directly behind you. We have now somehow gotten Corn Cob into the backyard.
He's probably climbed over the fence and just abandoned the tarp altogether.
Yeah. See, there we go. So Corn Cob is on watch. Gerald is still circling overhead and is ready if something would seem amiss. Fudge and Big Red are at the back door, and Willow is still talking to Mayor President Ali Pop. So how would you all like to go from here? Because once you're in the house, your countdown starts.
What could I roll to see if I notice the noise that Corncob made?
Let's go mental.
10. I did not notice it. I rolled well above it because I was so worried about knocking over Myrtle.
That's fair.
For sure. But as you said, and he's still just stuck there. You just hear him go, "He, Bug, where'd you go, Bug?" And actually, then you just see right above his head, you just see the snail on the side of the house, going super slow. Comes kind of right down to his side, and then he kind of opens his mouth and he had actually nobody really saw it because he did it so fast. He stuck the key in his mouth and he kind of sticks that on his tongue, and Bug just kind of grabs it, goes slowly, moving, and walks and basically just slides over to the door, and Bug is gonna open the door.
Lemon, that's the cutest little potato.
Fantastic.
But then at the same time, I put my cape up because all that's happening, and then I need Bug to hide because if people see Bug, then they're gonna relate Big Red to Big Red, and we can't.
Yeah, we can't have that.
Can't have that.
Let me see if Fudge notices anything because he is standing right next to you. Yeah, that's a nat 1. Fudge knows everything. Fudge sort of sees Bug, and then looks back at you, and then looks back at Bug, and then looks back at you, and looks back at Bug, and he stops for a minute and just looks at you and goes, "Okay, cool. Yeah, that's really dope,
Boogie.
actually."
Boogie best friends. Yep. Boogie friends.
Yep. Cool. Super cool to see, though. You should really have a superhero flavor at the ice cream shop. And he walks past you and into the door.
Why did I never think of that before? Good idea.
And if Bug is able to open the door, get her back under my cloak, and then I will. Then again, until he's inside the house, he just
Flat. All the way around the wall.
It's like Flat Stanley.
Gotta love it.
So here's where we will be starting your countdown. Right now we're still at 4. We will have out this first scene as 4. So you and Fudge will walk into the house, and you are met with the sight of a almost back foyer sort of thing. It is equivalent to what you would find at the entrance of a house. It's fairly large. It has the sideboard and everything else. There is a very large portrait painted of Mayor President Ali Pop there. And there are 2 doors to your left, 1 door right ahead of you, and a staircase to your right.
Okay. You just peek down at Fudge and be like, "So, which way should I start heading? Where should we go, Fudge? Do you know?"
No, I got the key, but I don't.
Okay.
I've never been in his house before. I couldn't tell you where the office is.
Thank you,
Right.
Star Drew. We have Big Red has a spirit boost card.
Yay!
So now you got
Yay!
2.
Thanks, Star Drew.
Get some of that
Boosting
spirit back you sent earlier.
Woo woo. How much does a spirit card give you?
You get 2 points of spirit back.
Which
You
is
know
what you
what?
spent earlier. So you're
Yeah, you know what? Start your
helped out.
things. I'm gonna even myself out. Thank
All
you.
right.
Yeah,
Cool.
See, all that spirit always coming back to Big Red.
us every time.
Oh my god, sorry, I just had flashbacks to Bring It On because like the Bring It On was the cheerleading movie and
Yes.
the captain was named Big Red.
I'm
That's
still
great.
Big Red.
I used to know that whole thing by heart.
She did.
The spirit stick. That's what Big Red has is the spirit stick.
The spirit
It's a
stick.
spirit stick. As he walks in and he just feels
It's
the
a bread
chill
stick,
of
by
the,
the way.
of the
Oh my god.
feels the chill of the air conditioner. He's like, "Ooh, it's cold in here." I said, "There must be some food in the atmosphere." I said, "Brr."
Goodness.
Okay. I would look down at Fudge and be like, "Hey, why don't you try some of these doors and I'll see if I can sneak my way up as well too." And then he immediately just on the side and starts creeping his way up the stairs.
Okay. Fudge will check the doors that are around. As you are sneaking up the staircase, you can kind of see through the cracks of the doors that Fudge is opening. To the left, those 2 doors, one is a bathroom and the other one leads to what looks like the kitchen.
Okay.
And then through that front door, he opens very. Hold on, let's see how he actually does. Oh yeah, he's fine. He opens the door slightly and immediately shuts it again, but is able to do so quietly, like with the door handle still down. And he sort of like motions out there and then motions like big eyes and is trying to tell you that leads to the like upper foyer where Mayor President Alley-Pop is currently speaking to Willa.
Okay. Right. And as I'm up there, you just see like one little paw. He just gives you up.
Perfect. So you 2 will head up the stairs. I will say that Corncob, as you're sitting in the backyard, right? You've had your post. You do see up in. Actually, give me a mental roll to see how much of this you see, because I feel like you see at least some of it.
Literally the only thing playing in Cobb's mind right now before I even roll, it's probably like the Wii Shop music. Yeah, no, that's an 18. That it's literally just the Wii Shop music.
Perfect. So I will say that you see a curtain move, but it's probably just Big Red and Fudge. Like, there's no reason it would be anybody else.
How dare you think I would move a curtain? Gives away my positioning.
Hey Willow, I'm gonna see how many questions you've skipped. Oh, it's okay. That's 3. You're 3 questions later. So we're on question 7. What is question 7?
What's your favorite date?
Are you just going through like Bumble and seeing what questions you've
No.
asked?
No.
I think my favorite date is probably somewhere around like June 17th, because you just need like a light cardigan and not really a full coat. And he's now going to go into why, like how weather works here, even though you've lived here. And yes, that is a miscongeniality joke. Thank you if you clocked
I
it.
set you up for it. I was like, if she
You
doesn't,
did.
she
You
doesn't
did.
take this layup, I'm gonna be so mad.
No, you set me up for it, and I immediately knew where we were going.
All
Absolutely.
you
love
really
it.
need is a light jacket.
It's not too warm and it's not too cold.
It is. It's April 25th.
It is April 25th, Lemon. I couldn't think of the date, and I was like, June seems partially correct.
I
knew
remembered it was
spring month.
April, but I couldn't remember what the date was.
In what? Hold on. June is not a spring month.
It is sort of here. Like, it's not
Oh.
hot like summer here in June. Pittsburgh
Okay.
doesn't play by the world's rules of seasons.
Technically, the solstice is on June 21st.
That's true.
I'm from South Carolina, where summer is from February to November.
Yeah, I was about to say, where summer's a lot of these.
Back in Evansville, it was usually sometime in May, it would go from snowing to hot. and humid, and it would stay that way until it almost started snowing again.
There was a time where it was snowing on my birthday. My birthday is May 15th. But there is also a like fake weather calendar of West Virginia. And there's like a good 4 weeks that's labeled as Hell's Front Porch. Because it's just so hot. Okay, so you are headed to the second floor now of 3. So as you all reach the top of the landing, it is going to be a like fairly large like open space room. There are like some sofas and things like that. Bookshelves frame a lot of the walls, and then at the end of this large sort of open space room there is a hallway, and down that hallway you can see several doors.
Ooh. Lots of doors around here. And then there's a third story, so another staircase leading upwards as well, too, right?
That looks like it's at the end of the hallway, like the very end of that hallway.
Oh, so I'd have to go down the hallway with all the doors to get up the other stairwell. Okay. At this time, because there's books and stuff, you then see the cape flies out, and then Big Red just flattens himself on the ground. But then immediately he goes up, like just his fingers and his toes, and he goes and starts crawling forward.
We love cartoon logic here.
Exactly.
Makes me so happy.
Yeah, just like you would see like Wile-E or Sylvester. Just crawling.
Just hire us to take over Rick and Morty. God.
For real. Let's get Adam Kahn up in that place, please.
Yep.
I am gonna have you roll something for that. First, I want to see how Fudge is doing. Fudge is great. Fudge rolled a 3. So he is like Shadow. Instead of going the ground route, he is kind of watching where shadows are cast by these bookshelves. And like he scoots one forward off of the wall, and all of a sudden he's gone. Like he is behind all of these bookshelves navigating. So he's just trying his best to stick near the wall. And miraculously, although one bookshelf tips for maybe just a second, he grabs it and pulls it back and goes on his way. Which is very impressive for a bunny of his size. Go ahead and make me a physical roll for you.
Right.
Part of this is just to make sure you don't knock anything over, and then the other part is to see how quietly.
Any penalties on it?
Nope, you do what you want.
All right, I will. And if I meet it, it beats it. Meet it to beat.
Correct.
I'll spend 2 more spirit to meet it. So roll
Alrighty.
16.
Perfect. So,
Do you want to use your last spirit boost card right now and get those 2 back?
I got another one? Yeah, let's do
yeah.
it. Let's just keep me spirited up, baby.
Yeah, I was gonna say you definitely had 2, I believe. So now you're good.
All the spirit. Thanks for the spirit, friends.
So, I would love to, and another reason there weren't any penalties is in my brain, I would love to believe you've done this before. So, like, this exact method of moving. So you are able to navigate through this room fairly well. There are a couple of, like, larger, what look like leather couches, but I'm sure it's like licorice or something that's been very polished and cleaned. There are a couple of side tables that look like they're made of chocolate, and you're just sort of going through all of these things. You can see up on the wall that there are several more portraits of a painted Mayor President Alley Pop. They're all just him in different poses and different suits. The background is always some sort of like fruit leather situation, like to match the couches. Like there are varying shades of what the couch is made of. And it's just his portrait painted on it. All of them have very ornate frames that almost look like they're modeling chocolate, like that has been carved and intricately made. So as you reach the other end of the room, Fudge darts out from behind the last bookshelf, and will meet you there. So you all are back together again. As you are there, I am going to cut to Corncob in the backyard.
Yes.
You can still hear the mayor speaking at the front of the house. He's quite loud, honestly. It seems maybe in his 87 years he has lost a bit of his ability to hear, and just maybe also doesn't know how loud he is as a person. So you can hear him talking along about why the perfect date must be in spring, especially for here because of how hot Mount Supa can get in the summer. Because even though it's dormant, it is still made of hot bread and chili and things of that nature. And the winters are freezing with there having to be ice cream mountains on the edge of town and things like that. So as he's giving this big speech, you hear a soft fluttering sort of noise, and it sounds like immediately after that bushes, like the sound of rustling leaves. So in this case, it obviously is. What candy do I want to make this? I've forgotten every candy that's moldable ever.
It's
Oh, they're
freeze.
circus peanuts. They're circus peanuts. They're circus peanut bushes. That's what I've decided in this moment.
In the house?
No, she's Corncob is in the backyard.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
you were talking to Big Red, and I was like, why
no,
are there bushes in the house?
no, Corncob
It's
himself
fine,
is
just
in the
ignore me.
backyard.
Just ignore
Yeah.
me.
He's in the backyard. He's hiding in the bushes, but they're circus peanuts.
Yes.
Okay. Corncob eats one.
Fantastic.
He just again, just some pure, you see just the little beady eyes peeking out from the bush. His little bucket hat is on top of the bush, and then all of a sudden you see one circus peanut disappear, as he's just eating the one that's immediately in front of his face, just he's doing a great job hiding.
It's a good day.
But he's also gonna keep an ear. I mean, he's gonna keep an eye out for any. I'm sure President Owly Pop has family back here or something, and so again, Corncob's gonna have his little hand rake. I don't know what this is called. You know what I'm talking about.
A trowel
Trowel?
is the actual shovel.
It's like the spade looking
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
No, it's the small
Yeah,
three-pronged
the
rake.
little. I
like
know
a
what you're
trident
talking about.
almost.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called.
I
I
have
don't
no
know what
clue
it's.
what that's called.
I'll look it up. You guys keep going.
I have gardened maybe twice in my entire life.
I love gardening.
Oh, it's literally called a hand rake.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well then you've been saying the right thing the whole time.
Hi, Kelly.
All right.
Hi, Kelly.
I thought it was the trowel too, but that was the that's the little shovel.
It's the hand rake. Yeah, so you can hear all of this noise, but you can't see anything yet. It is not in your immediate vicinity. It is just something to maybe pay attention to. If you want to try to make a mental check about it, I know I'm giving you your worst stat. I'm so sorry.
No, you're good.
But you can certainly make a check about it to see if Corncob can discern anything from the noises, at least.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's try. Maybe the circus peanut will that jolt of sugar from eating the house, and also the peanut will help jolt him.
I'm gonna give you a bonus of 1 to get you to take your number down a bit, because I do feel like the circus peanut has helped. It's inspiration.
It brings it to a 7. So
Hey, that's great.
Yeah.
So with a margin of success of 3, correct?
no, of 1, because my mental is.
Oh, your
8.
mental's an 8.
Yeah.
Bless.
Oh, hi,
this
Jenna.
little- No thoughts. No thoughts.
Truly.
In this boy's head, and it's wonderful.
Again, it's just the Wii shop music in his head at all times.
It's okay, and I love that for him. I truly do. With your margin of success of 1, I am going to say that the fluttering sound that you heard could possibly be Gerald, but it could also possibly be another flying bird around here. You do know of some different creatures that fly around here that are all very small and harmless. The moving around within the circus peanut bushes it could possibly be another it could possibly be like another small flying creature, or you do know of some like some creatures that like teeter about sort of,
Yeah.
just to kind of see what will come about. Worst case scenario, there's candy corn involved, but we haven't got there yet, so it's okay.
Yeah. Can I like look around to see if I can spot
Yeah,
it in
absolutely.
the sky?
Go for it.
Okay. Would that also be a mental check?
I'm gonna go with yes.
Okay. Yeah, no worries.
That's
Please
where I would lean
challenge this boy.
Challenge our sweet boy.
That's a 12. So
Okay.
no. But
You have
it's
spirit,
not
if you would
Oh,
like
you
to
know
spend
what?
it.
I do have a fuck ton of spirit that I've never
do.
used.
Yeah.
So hold on. Math. I promise this character is not me, but I am just hold
I
on.
get it. Where are you at? So
I need to -4. So okay, no, I need to -5. Okay, great. So
Okay.
I'll bring it down to a 7 again. And
Okay,
then 32 minus 5 is 27. Okay. Sorry, I had to
I'm right there with you.
1 plus 1 plus 2
11.
minus
Plus
something.
1.
That's
Yep.
3. Quick maths. That
Quick math.
thing.
We love to see it. So I'm gonna say that yes, you do spot some butterflies that are going through the air. For those of you that were not in our session 0, they are exactly like the ones from Alice in Wonderland. They're toast. You see a couple different varieties. You see a grape jam, and you also see a strawberry jam, which is like a little bit more rare on this side of town. They tend to congregate towards the cotton candy forest. You do see just a butterfly as well. Those are probably the most common around here, but they are very beautiful because they're a bright yellow. So you can see
Corn Cob is
those.
having the best time.
You have to talk
I
to
have
Mayor
to
President
talk to Mayor
Alley
President Alley Pop, and Corn Cob gets to eat circus peanuts and watch butterflies.
Our sweet boy. We protect
The
Corn Cob
shit
with our
job.
lives. You volunteered for the bad job.
Corn Cob can go real high. Okay. Actually, Corn Cob probably is real. Corn Cob's probably high as hell on the
Honestly,
sugar rush.
I would feel, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Does
Yeah.
Corn Cob get on a sugar rush often, just out of curiosity?
Probably not. But sugar's not good for possums.
That's fair. Just thought I'd check. You know, you never know how
Yeah,
much
You never know
sugar
what you're
people
gonna
are
get.
into. You don't.
Yeah. No. Yeah, he's probably just like, you can see like the hat in the bush like turn as he's looking at the butterflies, just being like, ah, cool. These can't possibly be bad.
So you're just enjoying your time with your butterflies. Willow, we are now on. That's rough. Question 17. That's a 10.
It's okay.
He's been real quick on the last few because he now like he's understood that there are a lot of these, so he's like
Cool.
firing.
If you had to pick a favorite citizen, who would you pick?
What is his social role? Let's see how well this goes. That's a 19. Not well. So he immediately upon hearing the question, his eyes get even wider, if that was ever even possible. And he immediately starts to sweat a little bit. He's like dabbing with his wing. And you know, Willow, it's not a mayor's place to pick a favorite. How am I supposed to have a favorite citizen? Everybody comes collectively to make Pantria a better place, and he just starts to like go and go and go, and he's literally naming every citizen in town. So he does not seem like he's picking a favorite. He's naming everybody. And I'm gonna say that the next time I roll questions will be 2 scenes now because he needs all the time in the world to go through this list.
How many citizens are there, Mallory?
Oh gosh.
There can't
What'd
be
you say?
that many.
No, I'm gonna go with like 97 feels like a good number between all the families and things like that.
Cool.
97.
And
feels-
what are all their names? Just so I can write them down.
Yeah,
I
you
will
gotta
make
write
up
them down.
97 names right now. If you think I won't, I will do it. They will all be food puns, and you will hate your life in 97 names because I'll make everybody miserable, but I'll do it.
Looks like we're gonna need art for 97 villagers.
Don't challenge me. Bluey characters, now that I'm good at them, take me maybe 20 minutes.
They're so good.
It'll take time, but I will get it done. That's 5 an hour, 24 hours in a day. I can be done in less than a day. Like,
Great.
fine. So as he is like naming all of them, Kelly, I've got 99 problems and they're all names. So as he starts to rattle off names, he starts with you because you're directly in front of him.
She's gonna write down her name as the answer to that question.
He will go through everyone, starting with the adventure crew, and then casually, like, you notice that he's trying to picture town square and what all the businesses are and go around that way, and then he's going to the outer houses and then going that way. And he's very clearly trying to follow a map in his head to not miss one person, so that way Willow cannot go back to the scouts and be like, hey, he doesn't like this one person, he named everyone else. Because he knows that Willow would be one to clock that he missed somebody.
I would 100% clock whoever he did not list and be like, he likes everyone except these people.
We're gonna come back to that actually, and I'm gonna see how well he does. But for right now, you and Big Red and Fudge are at the entrance to this hall. There are 4 rooms on either side, so you've got 8 doors in total. Some of them they all look about the same in appearance, but some are a bit bigger than others. So, like, there are a couple that are kind of odd shapes, like they're rounded at the top and things like that. None of them match completely. And then at the very end of this, it is the width of a double staircase.
All right. I would look at Fudge and be like, hey, look, I don't know how much more time we have, but if you want to start checking out these doors, I'll continue on to the topmost floor and see if maybe I could find anything. Sound good?
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds really good.
And you see Big Red, is there a banister, like, going up?
Yes. Yeah, like on either side there's one.
Awesome. You see Big Red, he jumps on it, but he's sitting on it backwards as he looks at Fudge, and he just starts sliding upwards. But it looks like if he had slid downwards, and you play it in reverse. That's exactly what it looks like when he's going up.
I'm gonna roll something for Fudge. Cool, he finds it fairly quickly. He starts going from door to door. He's kind of listening for a second with his good ear before he tries to make a move. And he gets to maybe the 3rd door as you're reaching sort of the top of that banister, and opens it, looks around, and walks to the banister and looks at you and goes, I might need help with this one.
And then immediately, it's just like you see Big Red going up. It's like, and it's like you're in reverse, and you immediately press play. He's just, and he starts sliding right back down. Like, whoa, what happened down in? Pops himself over the banister. What's going on in that room there?
So I had a key to the house, right? But
Right.
I don't have like a key to an office or like a safe or anything like that.
Sure.
I think you should probably just look at this one. And he leads you back down this hallway and opens the door back up. It is one of the ones that has like a rounded top, and there's a small like decorative thing on it. It's just like an iron key is what it looks like. And as he opens the door, you see a room that is filled with keys. Like, they're all over the floor in piles. They're hanging on hooks all over the walls. There has to be at least a few hundred keys in this room.
Why does he have a
And
room
what
of
are
keys?
all the sizes of these keys? Would you
So
say?
some of them are like small enough to be like a jewelry box key, like the very tiny ones.
How many of those 100 would you say are jewelry box size?
I'd say like 32.
Okay, 32 jewelry box size. Okay, continue. That leaves us
And
with at
then-
least 164 left. Okay.
Yeah. So we have like some that are a bit bigger, like the size of a house key, perhaps.
Sure.
52 of those.
Okay, 52 house keys. Got it.
Then we're looking at like a slightly bigger key, like the iron ones that are fairly decorative.
Okay.
We've got a good 86 of those. Like it's a large chunk of what's in this room are those iron decorative keys.
Ooh, wow.
I'm
wow,
just
that's,
really concerned as to why he just has piles of keys in a room.
Does this man
wow.
seem okay to you? Like just from his general demeanor alone?
No, I mean, I didn't think so, but now I'm very concerned about who is running our town.
Yeah, he's struggling.
Wow.
That's how I feel about a lot of mayors.
Yes.
Mhm.
Fair.
Well, it's Fudge. This is a good find here. I mean, we would probably think that this book would probably be locked up. So, I mean, maybe he tries to throw everybody off and finding key. Hey, yeah. What if you try to search around in here, see if you can find like a key that doesn't seem like it looks like the rest of them. And then maybe while you're looking in here, I'll take a quick peekaroo in the other rooms, and then I'll head back upstairs.
Yeah. I can tell you one thing. It's not that one. And he points to the key to the city on the wall.
At least
Key to
it's on the
city.
wall.
Yeah, that one. That
Sure.
one is hung on the wall.
Wait.
It's like in a very nice decorative shadow box. There's a small plaque underneath it that says the city of Pantria, gifted. And then it's like the year is like almost like it's been polished so many times that the year looks like it's almost gone. So you have no clue when this man earned this key.
Okay.
Somewhere in the past 87 years, it would seem. But beside that, no clue. But it
Yes,
is like a very
okay.
nice key.
Okay, all right. Yeah. Keep peeking around in here. I'll do a quick peek on the other quick rooms, and then Big Red will slide out, and then he'll start kind of trying to open the other doors and see.
As you
Upstairs.
leave and slip out the door, you just hear, I should have made Gerald come with me. Because now he has to look through these keys alone. So as you slip out, there are.
Well, as long as you don't tell anybody, can you
Yeah.
keep a secret?
I mean, if the secret is that you're Big Red, I figured that out outside.
Okay, all right. So maybe not a big secret to you, but here, you know what? He, and you just see him go, and then you just see.
Oh, hey, Bug, what's up?
Bug can
Yeah.
help you. You know.
Yeah, Bug,
all
come
right.
here. We have keys to sort through. If you want to take these 2 piles, because I know that you work at your own pace and I respect it. I'll take like all these piles over here, and then we'll see what happens. And if all else fails, I'm gonna break the key to the city out of that box, and I'm just gonna go smash whatever safe it is with it until it breaks. Cool. Cool. And Fudge will start to go. If you would like to roll a d20 for me for Bug, I'm gonna say that Bug's physical and social are probably a bit lower than Bug's mental.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go with Bug as a smart cookie. So, and we're looking for mental here because it's differentiating keys from each other.
Okay. I didn't make a little sheet for Buggy Bug, but I got a 17.
I don't think that's quite.
I don't think, but Bug is a 20, right? Bug is the smartest person in this entire world.
Well,
Naturally
I-
knows everything.
I would give Bug perhaps. It's not like I made a stat card for Bug.
14?
Willow has a mental of
Yeah,
17.
15.
So I feel
Whoa.
like Bug may have even higher mental than Willow.
Honestly, though, that's a good enough argument for me. I'll give you that.
Got it.
Okay, I rolled a 17, so Bug's got an 18. There you
Right.
go.
I mean,
Uh,
what's that quote? It's like dumb people talk about, people, average people talk about
Oh,
events.
yeah,
Smart people don't talk at all, or something like that.
Yeah.
Look, Bug
That's
moves
Bug.
very slowly, which means Bug gets to observe a lot of things.
Yeah. There's a lot of thinking time.
All up in here.
Nothing but
All
time
up
on
in
our
here.
hands.
Every bit of it.
I know.
So Fudge also rolled an 8. I have not fully statted out Fudge in the proper way, but I did for this session just roll him a mental.
Kelly said, I feel like
thing, 'cause I
Bug
knew
is
those-
actually Doogie Howser.
Yes. So they are Bug and Fudge are doing their thing in that room. With the margins of success that they both rolled, I'm gonna say it's gonna take them like somewhere between 8 and 10 minutes to find the right key, but they do eventually find it. It is a bit larger than most of the iron keys in there, and it is a deep bronze color, but in the like sort of ornate carving or like design of the top of it, instead of like the filigree that you would see on a key traditionally, it is a lot of swirls with a cupcake in the middle.
Bronzy
It's
swirly
the only
cupcake.
one that has like a food significance in it. Some of the other ones have animal significance, like there's one with a little fox head on the end and different things like that. If Fudge had to take his best guess, they're spare keys to Mayor President Ali Pop's friends' houses or something like that. And he got them with the animal head on the top of it, so he knew whose was whose. But the cupcake is the only one that has a food motif.
Spooky.
So as you start to go through the other rooms, Corncob, you're still in the backyard.
Yes.
I am going to say that you have obviously spotted these butterflies. There are quite a few of them now. It seems that they're almost gathering here. You've seen a couple more grape jams, a couple more strawberry, a rhubarb even like flew in for a second and then dipped back out. It seems like we're getting like a good amount here. Probably like 8 or 9 have now gathered. A couple of them are sitting on top of circus peanut bushes. A couple other ones are hanging out by the fence. And a few of them seem to go and fly over towards the back door and are hanging around our food-themed geese. So I will need another mental check from you so I can get... hopefully let Corncob observe something that could impact some things.
Yeah, absolutely. He wants to observe. A 1!
Yay!
A 1 is a critical success in this
Critical
game.
success!
Oh, yes! Yeah,
No.
he's fully like, I think the sugar high is helping like sharpen his senses just a little bit, and he's just like, butterflies. What? But oh my God, look at them. Look at them just floating around in there, all the different varietals of butterflies. I mean, I could think about like how maybe all the flowers I could maybe I could start planting, circus peanut bushes all around the town to see how they. Yeah, he just like in his little mind starts like connecting the dots.
It's just like a beautiful mind. Like,
Yep.
Yeah.
In this moment with Corncob, we have established a few things canonically.
Yes.
1, butterflies love the circus peanut bushes. And 2, apparently circus peanut bushes are the equivalent to like growing weed because you are super high equivalently right now. But it's good to know the president or Mayor President Ali Pop just lets everything kind of grow. He's all for it. So yeah, I love that we've established all of this canonically.
Yeah.
The sugar rushes can be very helpful. So as you are like putting all of this together in your mind, you see from the top window. So on the side of the house, you couldn't see any windows to the third floor. But on the back of the house, you can see 2.
Okay.
They're on the far ends, and it's a singular each on the top floor. But on the far one from you, the one to the farther side, you fully see the curtain open up and can see a fox peek their head out to like kind of look around. They spot the butterflies and just nod for a second, and then they close the curtain.
The like as Corncob like looks around again, the hat on top of the bush moves around, and then the hat like pops up as Corncob's head appears like from the middle of the bush, and he's like, I think I gotta tell Big Red what's going on. Oh shit. I mean, oh dang, darn, Doodle, cheese Doodle. I'm so used to having characters that curse, and I'm not gonna have this possum curse. I'm not gonna do it.
I've been trying to put an F-bomb emoji on Twitch for a little bit, and they keep rejecting my emoji, or my emote. So it's fine. Don't worry. We do a lot of that. But I think it's adorable that he doesn't want to cuss in front of each other.
Yeah. So Corncob's gonna. Did we establish like a signal? I don't think we did.
No. You didn't talk about it, so
No,
I'm gonna go with no.
Corncob's gonna panic. And
that's free. You're not gonna have to roll for that. Panicking is fine.
Corncob's gonna panic and just like lob one of the seed bombs like to the other end of the yard. Just the other end of the yard to like a distraction, and then like grab his hat and hide back down in the bush.
I love that. So go ahead and roll me. I'm gonna say this is a physical.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a penalty of 1 on it only because you said you're panicking.
Yeah.
I've never thrown anything well when I'm panicking.
I
So
can't throw anything well when I'm normal, so yeah.
I'm pretty good at throwing things.
Okay, you know what? Okay, my physical's 10. I rolled an 8, but with that 1, it's still a 9. It's still under.
yeah, no, you're perfect.
Nice.
So you come out of this circus peanut bush. And where exactly are you aiming? Like you said the other end of the yard, but are we talking the fence at the other end of the yard? Are we short of the fence? Are we blowing up circus peanut bushes? To where everyone has to now smell the sugar that will radiate off those bushes? I'm just asking.
Yeah, no worries. I'm thinking like, okay, so if the yard is like completely fenced off, the entire perimeter, right? I'm thinking it's like over the fence beyond the perimeter of the backyard, like the back fence. I don't know how deep this yard is, but I don't know. I've been watching the Alec Murdaugh case in South Carolina this whole week, and so I'm not thinking this estate is as big as that, but yeah, he's just gonna like with all of his possum might just like reel back and just yeet it, just fully yeet it.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
As you throw, it almost goes into bullet time as you see it like spin in the air, and it makes those whooshing sounds that is in every movie, like the and you see it start to land, and they're on the opposite side of the yard where you're in. There are a couple of circus peanut bushes, but they're a bit farther back than where you're aiming. But there is like a nice, like a small fountain. It just looks like a gathering of animals sitting around a giant s'more, because once you have one food as your personality, it's everything. So they're all just sitting around this small s'more, and out of the top of the s'more, like water just spits out. And you watch as your seed bomb makes contact with the fountain and immediately blows. So I would like you to make me a roll. What do I want it to be? Is a seed bomb is an asset for you, right?
Yeah.
What die type would you like to use for this? Because I'm gonna go a little rogue and say that's your damage, because I want to know if you blow this fountain to smithereens.
I assigned a D10 to it.
Fantastic. You get a D10 and everything below that. So if you then have like a 4, 6, 8, 10. But, yeah.
Oh, so I roll a 10 and then an 8 and then a 6 and then
You'll
a
pick
4?
whatever one you
Yeah,
want to use.
you get to pick what die you
Oh.
want to use.
But then if you want to use seed bombs later, you just pick a different die type for that one. So if for right now you want to use the D10, roll me the D10. Normally
Okay.
this would be added to like a normal roll, but I had you throw it already, and I
Yeah.
think it's more fun to roll it for damage this way. So, Sarah, if
Actually-
you're in the chat, don't worry. I'm just
Let me roll a more
using the
chaotic
roll in,
die.
I'm using the rule in the book that says GMs can cause chaos. That's what we're doing.
I did
Cool.
8 damage.
Whee!
Fantastic. I'm gonna say that this small stone fountain can't stand up to explosives. Seems like that's logical.
Yeah.
Plus, in cartoon rules, anything can be blown up with anything.
Yeah.
So it's really just up to us at this point. So I'm gonna say that your seed bomb lands directly over top of where the water would be coming out of. So as it makes contact, it not only shatters and splinters the fountain itself, where pieces cascade everywhere. Like you can see a fox head over here. There's like a beaver tail over that way. Here's like a bit of the marshmallow.
Jeff says, I'm watching. I endorse your GM.
Aw,
Fiat.
thank you. Thanks, Jeff. Thanks for letting me roam free in the Chaos Lands. I love it. So the shrapnel goes everywhere, and not only that, it breaks the water pipe that is like going into this. So like now there is a geyser in the backyard.
Well, this is a distraction.
It is. I would say that this is a great distraction.
Please
How do
cut
we
back
even
to the
go?
front.
Oh no, that's exactly where I'm
Cool,
going.
great.
I just need to know what to tell you because I don't even know where to go from here.
I'm assuming he's going to try and go for the backyard, and I'm gonna say, excuse me, sir, I am so sorry, but if we do not get through all 52 of these questions, I cannot get my badge, and it is getting very close to my bedtime, so I really need you to focus with me so we can get through these questions, please.
Roll me social.
Yes,
Are you
I
here?
will.
Are you here, sir?
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna-
excuse me,
I'm
sir.
gonna put a penalty on it of 2 because it sounds like his backyard exploded, and like
It's cool. I rolled a 1.
Ooh, nice.
okay. So here's how this goes down. You and Mayor President Alleypop hear this dynamic explosion coming from behind his home. He, for a split second, looks towards the backyard, but when you say that it's getting close to your bed, he turns back to you. Well, I, as an upstanding mayor, could not possibly let you go to bed without this badge tonight, as you have worked so hard just to get to my home. I know it's a hike, and I do own the only vehicle in town, and so I know you had to walk here. So it is my responsibility and duty to answer all of your 52 questions. I have lost track of where we are in number, but I do believe I named every citizen in Pantria, which means that I do not have a favorite. You are all my favorites. And I'm gonna see how well he actually
Yeah,
named
did
all
he
the
actually name
citizens.
everyone?
I would
He rolled
say,
a 3, so like he got, I would say he got all of the people, but maybe has not named all of the animals in town. Like Gerald was not
I'm
included.
putting
and
down
he's
that he
flying in the
hates
sky and he's
Gerald.
mad.
Okay.
And I'm
Yeah,
going
like,
to tell Fudge.
He
And
certainly
you're gonna-
missed
and you're
Gerald,
gonna
and like
punch
Gerald
Gerald.
has caught this above head. Like when he figured out that he was naming every citizen in Pantria, Gerald was like, "I gotta see this," and he circled lower and has absolutely noted that his name was not put out there.
He also didn't say bug. So I also noted
He
that
did not.
down.
He also did not say bug. I am gonna roll for Gerald. That's a shame. Gerald tries to basically just shit on.
Yeah, I was like,
Mayor
please
Ali
duty bomb the crap out of him.
he tried really hard, but he's like just off It lands on the step beside of him and not on him. His aim was just this far off. Because we have gotten through a couple of scenes now without rolling for questions, let's see while we're sitting here. That's 5. So we've gotten through 5 more questions at this point. We're at 22. You have 30 more questions to get through here. I am going to go ahead and let us take a few minutes of a break because it's getting at 11, and then we're going to wrap this up when we come back because I think that you all are closer than you know to the office. So there we go. We'll be back.
We'll be right back.
Yeah. We'll see you all soon, friends. Don't worry, come back now, okay?
You gave my body a
back,
break.
we're
Hello!
Yay!
We're back! Don't worry about what we were talking about. It doesn't matter. So we are back in the middle of this heist, and if you weren't here right before break, Corncob blew up a fountain, and Willow rolled a 1 on her social roll, which is a critical success in this game, which means that Mayor President Alley-Pop apparently doesn't care about the fountain that blew up.
These questions are so much more important.
Yeah, he feels a strong sense of duty to help Willow get her adventure crew badge for getting to know her local government, which is just so good. Big Red and Fudge are currently on the second floor of this 3-story house and are looking for the office. They were able to locate a key with the help of Bug, of course, because Bug is one of the most important characters in our story. And they found a light blue iron key with a cupcake as a part of the motif. You wanted to go check out the other rooms on this floor, yeah?
Yeah, I was gonna just kind of do a quick peek as much as I could if they found anything like before then. But yeah, just kind of quick peeky. We don't have time. I'm guessing maybe 22 questions left.
You're at something like that. I've already forgotten. But it ends in a 2 that I've got for you. So yeah, as you look through all of these rooms, I am going to roll for it. That one. So as you peek, the first 3 rooms seem pretty mundane. You've got 4 left, by the way. So the first 3 of those 4 seem fairly mundane. There's a very nice bedroom. It does not have a painted portrait of the mayor, though, so you're gonna guess it's probably a guest room. The next room, besides that, is going to be like another small bathroom. And the third room is a sort of what I would almost call a snack room. Like, it is just a small room that could be equivalent to a slightly large pantry, but floor to ceiling shelves all filled with snacks, and there is like one of those bookcase ladders that's on wheels that goes through all of the shelves on a pantry.
Nice.
If you'd like to take it with you, feel free.
Exactly.
those-
That's exactly where my head went to.
But that is those. So if you would like to see anything extra about those, let me know.
Is there any caramel goodies like right there at like eye level or something I could snag really quick?
That's
Big Red
2, so it's got all the caramels you could ever want.
Yeah, I'll take a caramel a bar, because it's just a bar made out of caramel.
Yep.
And it's filled with chocolate, so it's a reverse chocolate bar.
Yep. Yeah. They are pretty popular around here, but they're very hard to find. This is
Actually,
like premium stash that you're breaking in.
I'll roll a d6. I take 2 of them instead.
Fantastic. I wouldn't have blamed you if you rolled a d20 and took whatever that said. So you take your caramel bars. The last room that you need to check out, it is one of the doors. It's like a double wide door. Like it is 2 that you can open up and step through the middle. And you step in, and it is giant. Like, you look from looking on the outside of the house, you wouldn't even guess that a room this big could be there. But as you walk in, it is a full master bedroom, complete with a fireplace and a small seating area. There is a very large nest that sits in the corner of the room. It is like a gold ornate nest, like probably the most expensive that anybody in this town would have ever seen. There is a large, almost the size of the wall, painted portrait of Mayor President Alley-Pop with a slew of butterflies around him of all different sizes and variations in colors. Some of those gumdrop creatures that just have like little legs that poke out of the bottom are like running around in front of him. It's like the ice cream mountains are in the back. It is a very majestic scene, and the only animal that sits in it that is like a sentient creature is Mayor President Lollipop just surrounded by all of these magical things. It seems very clear that this is like his pride and joy in a painting.
Of course.
And there are some like dressers and shelves and things like that. But it is a giant bedroom. If you want to give me a mental check, though,
Sure.
I would be very willing to give you something else on this.
Ooh, did I just meet to beat? I might have. Yeah, my mental's a 10 and I rolled a 10.
That's
Woo!
fantastic. So I am going to say that in the corner of the room there is like a umbrella bucket, almost is what it looks like. But instead of an umbrella sticking out, it is like a variety of like breadstick canes and like some very dapper, expensive looking like canes and umbrellas and things of that nature. And I would like to gift you one of those as an asset.
Ooh, okie dokie.
So you describe to me what one you take out of the bucket, and we're going to make the D6 asset. So you can use it as a D6 or a D4 when you would decide to use it for some reason.
Ooh, so it's a cane?
Yes.
Ooh.
Or an umbrella or whatever else you think you'd find in that bucket that could be counted as an asset. I'll let you take your pick.
Okay. You know what? I as Big Red's kind of looking around with everything, he notices those things, and he's really drawn to what looks like an umbrella, but at the base of it is it looks like a bumblebee.
I love that.
Yeah, so he walks over and it's like a silver bumblebee on it.
Perfect. So you take that, you add it to your asset list.
Silver bumblebee umbrella.
Yep. And it is a D6 and a D4 that you can use that as assets with on rolls. So as you are leaving this room after you've collected your bee umbrella, is there anything else you'd like to do in here before you?
There was one other thing. Because this seems like his master bedroom, I did after I grab that, I want to make my way over to the giant picture really quick. Is it sitting up like above like a fireplace or anything, or is it like up against just like
This one
wall?
is the entire wall. Like it is most of the length and height of this wall with like a very small border of actual wall surrounding the frame.
Sure. Because it is actually fairly big too. You see him take like the bottom of his cloak, and I want to run around the edges, and I'm going to sprinkle Cheeto dust on it to see if I can pick up fingerprints.
Oh, this is so good. Mental roll.
Another mental roll, sure.
Yeah, I think that's what I have to call this. I don't think fingerprint dusting with Cheeto dust is physical, but like possible.
That's right. You know what? I'll go ahead and use some spirit to get me down to my 10.
Got it. If you can also use an asset if that would help you in place of spirit, but you're welcome to use whatever you want to get there. So if there's an asset that works in its place.
What could I use? I mean, technically, I'm using my cloak.
Okay.
So I mean, I'm using my cheat. Now, once I use this asset, I'm not able to use it again until next play session, right?
You expend the die type that it is. If it's a D4, then it's spent, but you can still use it just normally if you want. So, like, if you have an asset that has a D6 and a D4, and you use the D6, you have to earn that D6 back in some way. Like, hero points will do that, and you have one. But let's say that you didn't have anything to earn it back, and there wasn't any like rest time yet. You use a D6 and D4, so that asset's not completely out. You just can't roll an extra die with it, but you can add a +1.
Okay, I'll go ahead. I'll use my, because technically I was using the Cheeto dust from my cloak. That's a D10. So
fantastic.
Oh, and that'll take that down. Yeah, that gets me right at my 10 then.
Ooh, nice. Perfect. Yeah. So you go ahead and sprinkle all of your Cheeto dust everywhere, and I will say that you can pick up a couple of different prints with this. One is going to be a wing print, and the other one is a paw print.
Paw print. Ooh.
Yeah.
Different places on the picture.
Yeah, the wing print is going to be over closer to the right, sort
Okay.
of like in the middle, and that paw print is down at the bottom right, so like the very bottom corner of this.
Okay. I'll go to the wing print first, and I don't want to use my hand, but I'll just wrap it up, and then I'll press or pull or whatever I can do. Wherever I see the thing, I'm gonna do the thing. Press
Yeah.
on it, see if anything happens. Unless he's just looking, I don't know. Just curious.
It does, and I'm not gonna make you roll another mental check about it because you put two and two together. So as you press the painting, it starts to go into the wall, and then you can hear the sound of a release. And so when you take your paw back off of it, it will open just like the slightest bit,
Okay.
like out from the wall.
Ooh.
Corn
Pops
Cob
out
would
towards me.
never.
What'd you say?
Corn Cob would never. Have
So-
thought of that.
Sweet boy.
Yeah. As he does that, he reaches down and picks up one of his little ice cream scoopers, and he flips it around in his hand. And he takes it, and he wants to use the ice cream scooper to like kind of wedge it in where it popped open, and then pull it open. He doesn't want to try to leave any fingerprints of his own, and he wants to see if he pops it open to see what's behind the painting here. I'm sorry, what's behind the painting here? Sorry, I'm big red right now.
We're going to step away from that for a second
Sure.
and go to Corn Cob in the backyard with an exploded fountain. Please tell me what you would like to do.
Corn Cob he's fully re-immersed himself into the bush. But what happens is like he wants to like move down the row of bushes to get closer to the stairs, and see if like the fox comes out. And then if the fox comes out, he's gonna like go in behind the fox and go in the house to try to
Ooh.
find Big Bread.
It's a very good call.
But as he goes down the row of bushes, again, the hat moves with him. It's very Perry the Platypus.
Fantastic. I rolled for the fox, and essentially I was determining this by a mental check to see
Yeah.
if they were maybe smart enough to figure out that this was a distraction. I rolled a 19, so they're definitely not. So this fox will, as soon as the explosion occurs, you see them look out the same window that you saw before.
Mm-hmm.
You can see their eyes sort of get wide after sort of surveying the scene,
Yeah.
and after a minute or two, they run out the back door and straight over to where that fountain would have been.
Okay. Sick. Yeah. Corn Cob's gonna like, he's just. Okay. All right. I mean, oh, wrong voice, wrong character. Wow.
Happens to all of us. Me 17 times today. Okay.
All right. Well, I think we're gonna just go ahead and go inside, and then you see just Possum Bus mode engage, and he just like sprints as fast as his little possum feet can take him inside the house, and like trying to like follow his nose to the smell of like the Cheeto dust behind Big Red.
Because you are like rushing about it, I'm gonna make it physical. So if you'll make me a physical roll, the margin of success is going to be how fast you can get to it.
Okay, great. Please roll low. You know what? I'm gonna use some spirit. I'm gonna use
Ah,
test.
sounds good.
Funnily
I'm
enough,
gonna-
good timing because Starter just played Spirit Boost to Corn Cob, so you can use that
Yay!
afterward for a +2 back to your spirit.
Yay! I was gonna use 10 points of spirit to bring me down to a 5 as opposed to a 15. Would give me a margin of success of 5.
Yeah, that works beautifully.
Yeah.
So you follow up the staircase through that open room and down the hallway. You start to have the like Cheeto dust scent a bit more strongly. And as you start to head toward the last room on the right, Budge rushes out of the room that he and Bug have been in looking for this key. And he holds it up to you and goes, hey, look at what we did. We found it. We found the key. I don't know what it's to yet, but it looks important and different. And if you're looking for Big Red, I think he's down the hallway.
Yeah, I'm looking for Big Red. There's a fox who's been watching us this entire time, and there's some like weird butterflies that are obsessed with these bushes, and I accidentally blew up. It's fine, but we gotta find Big Red like right now. I'm gonna grab Fudge and Bug and just like yoink them with me in the direction Fudge.
As you pick them up, Fudge is sort of like thrown over your arm in a way, and he looks up and back as well as he can and goes, "Did you just say you blew up a fountain?"
We can talk about that later.
I mean, this isn't judgment. That's really cool. I'm just asking for clarification.
Oh, yeah, well, I've realized we didn't really establish like a code word or like a signal if something bad happens, and so I just figured I would make something even worse happen.
Yeah, no, that's super fair. That really should have been one of our first thoughts when we like said we were going to split up. Our bad. Yeah, no, blowing up the fountain was the right call.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you for understanding. Yeah, you
no,
get
for
it.
sure. You're doing great.
Thank you.
As you all rush into this, you like turn the corner to go in this bedroom. We cut back to Willow, who's still standing on the front porch. We are 4 more questions in, so he's been going for a while. What is his next question now that he will finally finish whatever paragraph he's been saying?
If s'mores wasn't the available choice, what would his favorite food be?
Oh gosh, Willow, I don't even know. You know, s'mores do have a very special place in my heart, but I suppose they could be deconstructed, and I could just say marshmallow and graham cracker and chocolate, and it's not s'mores. It's 3 separate foods. You know, that is such a beautiful thing about food. It's just building blocks. It is just one little thing that you put with other little things, and then they make something grand and great. And that is how we made Pantria in the first place. We just took little things and we made them grand and great by just stacking them up and believing in it and just knowing that someday it could be as good as a s'more. And then he completely goes about the history of Pantria, has lost his train of thought, and that's fine.
So Stardrew played a Gordon Ramsay meal card for me.
Yes. Save it for when you need health back.
Okay, cool.
Because that I built that in as a way to not have to use your hero points to like heal you and such.
Okay.
Because they can be used to heal half your hit points. A Gordon Ramsay meal will heal just a few, but it can be very helpful.
Sweet.
So save that for later. And thank you for playing our first Gordon Ramsay meal. I can't wait to decide what it is so I can describe it in epic detail when it's used.
It's an idiot sandwich.
Edibilic detail? Edibilic?
Oh man.
It's too much.
I love it. So as we go there, give me a socials roll, by the way. Because I feel like you said it's getting close to your bedtime. It's getting late. We're 30 or so questions in.
It's an 8, so I'm still 4 below.
Okay, cool. So he still seems very engaged in conversation, not really paying attention to where the sun is setting at this point or anything like that. And is just seems very chill and nonchalant about the whole thing, and he's still going about s'mores and how beautiful things are made from the tiniest bits and pieces and all of that. So we cut back to the bedroom where we now have Corncob and Big Red. You all have now opened this with Fudge and Bug standing behind you. And you are now in a giant open door frame. The whole painting swings out. So it is literally like you have taken a wall away to make this room bigger. And within this sort of space in the wall, which is just like a small step, you have an entire office in front of you. It seems to be that the walls are very ornately decorated in kind of this like texture that seems like it might be cotton candy. It's very fluffy on the walls. It's like a nice light blue color. It reminds you of his car. And within the middle of it, there is a huge rug that seems to be woven out of the Twizzler vines, like the very thin ones that you pull apart. So it's a woven rug made of those rainbows as to account for every flavor. There are some different cabinets and things around. They all look very nice, like a very professional, sort of like well-built thing. And in the middle of his woven rug sits a large desk that is like the color of dark chocolate, not necessarily made of it, who knows, you can't tell just by looking at it, but it has sort of like papers everywhere. It has one of those lamps that you see in every library ever that's like the green long lamp, and it's flicked on at the moment even though no one sits there. And you can see a couple of pictures around. This is the only place that you've seen so far that has a picture of Mayor Owlie pop with somebody else. It is not just a photo of him, it is a photo of him and Isabel Hewing, the tailor in town. And then there is another one that is like miniature next to it that's of him and the fox that you saw in the window. And then other than that, like the walls are adorned with more painted portraits of him. It looks to be like, if you look closely at them, you can sort of see his like feathers graying a bit as they go on. So it almost seems like they were definitely painted at like in chunks of his life. And you, other than that, don't really see anything in this room. It is not nearly as full as it seems it should be for the size that it is.
Okay. So very private quarters, but no book that we see.
No.
Well, that fox is the one that I saw outside. Like I saw from the window, and
Wait, there's somebody else here.
yeah, there's there's someone else here. It's that fox.
Ooh.
They were peeking out the window. I don't know from where they were peeking, but they were definitely peeking.
That means we'll be super careful. Right. Well,
Well, they're outside right now. I mean, they're inspecting the fountain. So, I mean, I bought us some time.
A fountain. What happened to a fountain outside?
Did you not hear it? Did you not hear that? I may or may not have been involved in a little bit of light domestic terrorism.
Oh, got you. I figured, somebody just stubbed their toe really big. I couldn't really tell. Okay.
I saw the fox from the window, and I was trying to get in contact with you, but then we didn't set up like a code word or like the crow calls at midnight or something. So I just set up, I just blew, I just used a seed bomb, but at least some flowers are going to be planted.
Damn it, I didn't even think about a code sound, because normally, I try not to make any noise with anything, but that's, that's good for our next heist, if we ever have to do one, that is.
No.
But if there's nothing here, I mean, there's a third floor. I could try to be quick, because I don't know how many more questions Willow's got, and I'm sure that she's being a trooper down there. I just definitely know that she's being a trooper down there, and I'm sure she's doing great. So Especially in this room, it looks very private. I honestly don't want to go over anything unless you want to take a peek. But I'm gonna try to run upstairs and see if maybe I can find this book and we can get out of here. Yeah, eh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. If
As
you're
you, sorry, no, you go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say I was gonna warn her like before I turn around and be like, so when you go to leave, if you notice, you'll see a little bit of a dusting on the picture. Make sure you put your paw right there on the dusting and then close it so no fingerprints can be seen. Okay. All right, and I'll turn to leave the room, and then what Moxie was saying.
As you're turning to leave, Fudge is going to like walk around you both. He's sort of been behind you this whole time. And he goes, "Yeah, I didn't hear the explosion, but it sounds like it was really cool. And also, what is domestic terrorism? I don't know those words, but somebody should really explain them to me." And as he's like starting to ramble, he picks up the photo of the mayor with the fox. It is in like the smaller frame, and you give me a mental check.
Both of us?
Yeah.
Nope.
Nope, me neither.
Would either of you like to expend an asset and or spirit?
Even I don't think I have enough spirit left.
What was your total number?
32. Well, okay, I
Okay.
rolled a 17. My mental is 8. So like I have enough
Mm.
spirit, but
Don't
I
do it.
Yeah, it would be 9. That's a lot. I
Mm.
Yeah.
get that.
No, I honestly, because when I told her that I was gonna start heading upstairs, that's my next goal. So I probably would have just not even really paid attention to Fudge as much because I'm about
That's
to
fair.
leave.
That's totally
gotta-
fair.
Gotta be quick and sneaky, you know.
Kelly said
Yeah,
the fox is
yeah.
Fudge's ex-stepmom.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
That
Wait, what'd you say the fox said? What'd the fox say?
Kelly said the fox is Fudge's ex-stepmom.
was a nice joke. That was a great joke, you
Nice.
guys, honestly.
Yeah, got her.
Yeah, perfect. So you all both missed this. I'm gonna see if Fudge sees it because I'd say Fudge sees it. That's an 8. I think Fudge's mental is higher because he's totally stolen before including this morning. So as you are starting to walk out of the room, like he kind of lets you go towards the frame and he will look at Corncob and go, yeah, so there was like this clicking noise and a thing popped open behind you. I think I did it right. I'm pretty sure.
proud of you.
Thank you. That actually really means a lot because people don't say
Yeah.
that to me very often. Also, like, I obviously we're in the middle of something, but really, can we go back to the domestic terrorism thing? I don't know what that means.
I heard the mayor say it once.
Oh, okay.
And it sounded important, and so
Mm.
I just thought I could apply it to other situations in life if it sounded important and also terrifying.
Yeah, no, honestly, that really tracks. I'm going to keep that one in my back pocket for later.
Yeah, it sounds like one that would be really useful to just throw out willy-nilly.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, that sounds good. And he like takes out a tiny notebook and writes it down so he doesn't put it back in his bag. If you turn around from there, as Fudge has like pointed you to the wall, you would see that one of the cabinets has popped open, like just slightly, just like the painting did. Like it is almost missable if you didn't, like if Fudge hadn't pointed it out to you.
I'm gonna take my little possum finger and like again or like kind of like slide it open and just be like, hold on, wait a second. Is there more candy back here? This must
Candy
be where
drugs.
it must be where he keeps his candy stash. I mean, the walls are made of cotton candy. You're like,
As you open it, because I just love the idea that he would have hidden candy in here when he has a whole pantry of candy.
Yeah.
He like, so the bottom shelf is full of candy. A lot of them are those caramel bars because they are very hard to get a hold of. Above that, though, on a separate shelf, is a like golden safe. It has like filigree that normally in like a normal design would probably end in leaves, but in this one ends in gumdrops. And it is fully decorated and looks very heavy.
Hey, Big Red, do you want to take a look at this? I don't. I cannot tell what this is other than that it has gumdrops on it, and I want to eat it, but I feel like maybe it's something I shouldn't eat.
Big Red stops, turns back around. Yeah. Go take a peeky peek. Oh, it's one of these, huh? Okay. He takes a little ice cream scooper, flicks it around, and just gives it a little tappy tap, tapper tap, tapperoo. Okay, so now if we're gonna open something like this, we just need a combination. What's the mayor's birthday? How old is the mayor? Oh, these are all questions that Willow's probably getting right now. Would probably be useful with all that.
The next question is, if you had a safe, what would you make the combination?
Let's see. How many questions do we have left? Okay, that's a 9. Honestly, I'm rolling really well for the questions, which is great. I think the highest I've rolled is a 10. So we'll say mid to late 30s at this point is probably where we are. Because I forgot the number a long time ago, and that is okay. So we are not near the end of our time, which is good. I will say if you two would like to search the room for anything, I will obviously let Fudge assist you all in some way, even if you would like to use Fudge as an asset for this role, or if you have another asset you'd like to use, I will also allow that.
Yeah, I don't have any other assets that I think would be beneficial. Yeah, I'll do a searchy search.
Yeah. You can count Fudge as a D8 of an asset because I think our small boy is smart and was the one that picked up the paint or the picture, so why not?
Ooh, nice. Cool. That takes me to a 4.
Yeah, cool. Is like for your margin of success or is for the roll?
No, 4 was the roll. This was a mental, yeah?
Yeah.
That gives me a 6 for my margin.
Cool. I love that. How are we looking, Corn Cob?
What am I rolling again? I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're rolling a mental. It's going to be for observation of the room. I am letting you use Fudge as an asset. So if you want to roll a D8, so that can be a benefit to you, I'm totally fine with that.
Yeah, sorry. It's late, so my brain is shutting down. I apologize.
You are totally good.
Right
We
there
are going
with
to
you.
be done soon, I promise.
Okay, yeah, no, you're so good.
My brain is also at the point where it might shut down soon.
I can just like hear the windows like shut down noise in my brain. Oh shit, okay, sick. I rolled a d8 and got an 8, and so that brings my 11 down to a 3.
So that is also a 6, yes.
Yeah.
Like, fantastic. So you all are able to very quickly survey the room and kind of figure out what's important and what's not here. The things that stand out the most differently in this room are the pictures of the mayor with other people. As you have not seen a single other one in the whole house. They are all of him individually, besides these two. So if you look at these 2 photos, Fudge kind of turns the one of Mayor Ali Pop with the fox over in his hands and lets you see the back of it. And the back of the frame, it's written "My dearest Caramelinda" and has like a date on it.
Caramelinda?
It just says February. It's like 0224, so like February 24th is what it looks like it could be. On the back of the one of him and Isabel, it just says "My Love's Grand Opening," and then it has 2 more numbers, and that one is labeled 0521.
Is he just like getting around?
Who?
Exactly.
Well, 521. Didn't he say that was like close to his perfect date? Wait, I wouldn't have heard that. I would not have heard that.
June
Nope.
something was his perfect date because I just made up a day.
Yeah.
Would have been really fun if I used that though and thought about that ahead of time.
So Mal, I take it we're looking around and we just see these pictures and we come up with a clue. We just skipped all the other stuff and yay, we beat the escape room. Go us.
It's 11:41,
Hey.
so yeah.
You can skip steps in an escape room.
That's
we
true.
have. We
We've
did.
done it.
We did it.
The four of us
Yeah.
all knew how to read music, and all of a sudden, the escape room person was confused as how he got out of the room so fast.
Actually, yeah, I did that at an escape room at Gen Con, actually. Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, Corncob's gonna look around to see if there's like anything around the room that might pertain to numbers. Cause like even just being in the proximity of wait, hold on. You said it's a code, right?
Combination safe.
Combination safe.
Mhm.
This is not for him. This is not for Amber. This is not for Corncob to figure out.
It's okay.
Yeah, Big Red would go over and start just trying the different number combos.
Yep.
See if any of those will work.
Give me a check about it.
Mental
Or
or
drop
physical?
everything. Just see what the dice lands on when it falls on the floor. We're gonna go mental on this one, and I'm gonna give you like a positive benefit to this of
Ooh.
I'm gonna say 3 because you have all the numbers at
Kelly
this point.
figured
it's
it
just
out.
putting it together.
8675309. Kelly figured it out.
Yes,
Yeah.
1000%.
Well,
Fuck.
by you giving me a 3, drops me below my 10 to an 8.
Nice.
Great. So you do put in the combination fairly quickly. It is a little bit hard because this seems to be a 3 numbers for a combination. When you get to try to put in a 4th number, the little buzzer on it turns red. So it's clearly not 4 numbers, but with a little bit of sort of adjustment in how you're putting it in, it'll let you slide past that 4th number. If you hit it quick enough, the buzzer won't go off. So you are able to open this safe, and as you're opening it, hey Willow.
Yeah.
We're gonna see what number we're on. You've got to be kidding me. That's a 1. You've gotten 1 question in. He's the slowest talker in the world. You give me a social roll. The sun is going down pretty fast.
Okay, that one's not as great. I will spend some spirit.
Cool.
I rolled a 17, so I'm gonna use 5 to take it to 12.
Okay, cool. So as you are speaking to him and he's giving you these very long-winded answers, you can see him sort of clock the sunset. Willow, didn't you say that your bedtime was soon? I am perfectly okay to keep answering your questions. I just want to make sure that you're getting home on time.
Yes, sir, but I need to get this done tonight.
Okay, as long as your guardian is fine with you being here a bit past your bedtime, I truly don't mind to sit out here and talk to you. I suppose we've been standing on the front porch for a little bit. Would you like to sit somewhere? I have I have a table over there. It's covered with a tarp at the moment, but I can take the tarp off.
No, sir, that would be against protocol.
Do they not let you sit? Is this like a thing I need to take up with your scout leader?
No, this is just supposed to be a formal interview. So if we were to sit and lounge, then it would no longer be a formal interview.
I mean, I sit for all my interviews, but I suppose that I'm just I'm just plumb tuckered out by the end of the day that I just need to sit down. Maybe that's me just getting old. You know, I mean, 87 doesn't really look young anymore. You know what I mean? And he, what is your next question to him? Actually, I would like to ask that. I just like to have to figure out what he should say.
What is your favorite piece of sporting equipment?
Oh, see, now I am not like the biggest athlete. I'm sure that you can tell by just like I'm just wearing a suit all the time. I don't think I've ever been seen in track pants. You know, I just don't think that sports are for me. I will say when other people are using them, I do think that lacrosse sticks are kind of cool. They do remind me of like a strainer or something, like a colander on a stick. It's an odd shape and build for me, but I guess it works for that sport, you know, because lacrosse, it's an odd tale about how it got to Pantria, but I can tell you. And he starts on a story about how lacrosse became a big sport in Pantria.
All right.
Sir, my guardian is Mr. Bruce Wayne. So yeah, Rose and Pop's doing great outside, I guess. We cut back to our top floor. As the safe opens up, you see, it's sort of separated into two sections. On the bottom section, you're seeing a bunch of small boxes. They all look fairly simple. They're all just the same shade of brown. They're all tied with like a little blue ribbon. And at the moment, they are all shut. On the top shelf, though, you see a golden book. It is wrapped in fruit leather, but the sort of details of it are much like every other detail of this house, are just too ornate for someone like Mayor Alley-Pop. Like, this man does not strike you as fancy, but everything in here is very elaborate. If you look closer at the book, it does seem very old. Very weathered from age. Sort of the fruit leather is kind of cracking in different places. The gold has lost a lot of its shine, but it is still intact at least.
Hey, corn cob. I think we got it here. Yeah. Oh, I think we're good. What do you think? This is what we were looking for, right?
I think you gotta bite it for authenticity.
Got. You know what? That's a good. And he's gonna reach down and give it a little nibble right on the corner. Authentic bite.
Since it's a nibble, I just give it to you. It's like a dark chocolate book that is wrapped in like a black cherry fruit leather.
Oh, you know what this reminds me of? At Big Red's ice cream parlor, it's like a Black Forest cherry. Yeah, it's really delicious. Quite a oh my goodness.
I'll have to see if he's got something like that in. I'm not usually one for cherries, but that does sound good.
Yeah, it's quite good. It's a special one that he normally gets in sometimes. But hey, does Corn Cob have a pack or anything? But you got overalls, right?
I got my pouch, my belly pouch.
Oh yeah, you got your pouch. Be like, okay, do you want to hide this inside your pouch?
Yeah, Corn Cob lifts up his apron and then opens the pouch.
And just actually, he's gonna take the cloak, grab the book, and slide it inside the pouch. And he's curious as well too. He wants to take one of these little boxes with him, so he'll snag one of those little boxes, and then he'll close the thing. And be like, okay, I think we should probably go. I bet you we're coming up on like that last question now with Willow downstairs. So we should probably get going. Fudge, are you around here too? Yeah. Where you at, Fudge?
Yeah. I was hiding behind the desk. I just wanted to see if it was like one of those fake ones with the pull-out things underneath it. Because I don't know what else he hides, but it's got to be more than a book. But yeah, I'm good to go if you all are good.
Yeah, did you find Big Red's friend Bug? Yeah, did you find Big Red's friend Bug? Yeah.
Bug, and Bug very slowly comes out from underneath a chair. That was just kind of over the corner. Perfect. Hey, Bug. We're gonna go now. We're good to go. They got the book.
Oh, great. Well, let's scurry.
It's what we do best.
Make
Two
me a
critters.
physical
Really.
roll as you all are
Yeah.
leaving. And this is going to determine 1, how fast you can get out of the house, and 2, if that fox spots you.
Sure.
Mm.
I definitely wanted to make sure to close the case, close the picture frame,
Yes.
best that we could. All right, got that. I got a 14, and that gives me an 11.
Cool.
My physical is 10. I rolled a 9.
Nice.
Perfect. So you all are able to get out of the house. Fudge is right behind you. He rolled a 4, so he's doing great. He's young, he's spry, he's a bunny, he can hop.
Mhm.
So you all make your way out of the house. Where is Bug in this moment? Is Bug with you? Is Bug with Fudge? Is Bug with Bug?
Let's see. I'm gonna roll a d4.
I love that.
All right. Okay, here we go. Oh, it is a 1. He is with Fudge.
Okay, cool. So Fudge has picked up Bug, and has Bug like on his shoulder because Bug, I totally respect your autonomy and everything. I want you to move at your own pace. I think it's really important for you, but like also we're supposed to be getting out very quickly, so like I'm just gonna let you like hop a ride if that's cool. Obviously, like with your consent, cool. So he will put Bug on his shoulder and be like running at this point. But you're all able to get out fine, and I'll even say you can get back into the front yard fine. This fox has disappeared somewhere. They no longer stand near where the fountain was, but there was no sign of them inside. You at least didn't pass them. So there's really no telling where they've gone. But you all make your way to the front yard and still see Willow standing there with Mayor President Alibaba. Yes, and that is the wonderful story about how lacrosse made its way to Pantry.
Okay,
Kylie's
these
face.
last couple are just going to be rapid fire, all right? Just one
Cool.
1 to 3 word answers, all right?
Okay, I
Okay.
think that sounds great.
I
I think that is just marvelous.
No, I just realized I said that. Now I have to think of questions. Because I don't remember what question we were on. Favorite animal?
Well, that
No,
sort
3.
of implies a favorite citizen.
All right. I'm just gonna answer that for you. All right.
That's love.
Favorite time of day?
Oh, midnight-ish.
Okay, great. What is your favorite meal other than s'mores?
On the savory side, I suppose it would probably be a type of pasta. I have a pasta goose out
Beautiful
back. if you would like
pasta.
to-
Okay. And then we are on our last question. Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
I mean, and optimistically, I would say still being the mayor. Less optimistically, I probably shouldn't say to a child. So,
Okay, great. Can you sign this, please?
sure.
She just sticks out her pen.
Yeah, and he will take it and sign your slip, for your crew leader, so you can go get your badge.
Thank you for your time. Again, I am Willow Bumblebreeze with troop number 233. You have a great day. And she's just gonna turn around and start walking away.
He kind of looks at like the sun, which is very much like there is like a sliver of orange left in the sky, and the rest of it is a dark blue. You have a safe trip home. If you need a like way to get there, I can take you in the gumball carriage if you need a ride. No.
Yeah, she just keeps walking.
Yeah. Have a safe trip home, Willow, and he will turn around and go back.
She's gonna like, I guess, head around the side to meet them. Like after he goes inside, she's gonna like turn back around, and say, "Is there somewhere we could?" Cool Scouts walk away from crime scene.
I want a shirt that says that.
Oh, that's good. I'm so tired. Okay. Is there should we meet up tomorrow? Because it really is kind of getting past my bedtime. I'm supposed to be home when it's dark.
Wait. Can we look at the book just like for 1 second? I just want to see what the book is. We worked so hard to get the book, and you're telling me I have to wait till tomorrow to see the book?
Yes, you have to wait until tomorrow.
Just like 2 seconds, I promise. Just 2 seconds looking at the book. Please let me look at the book.
Okay, fine, but I have to be home when it's dark.
During this entire exchange is just like opening and closing his pouch. Just be like,
Yes, no, yes, no, yes, maybe not.
Yeah, no, we got. Like, she said we could look at the book. She said you just gotta be home by dark, and we've got like 10 minutes ish. Book.
Corncob fake rolls up a sleeve to look at a fake watch. It's not there. And then opens up his pouch one more time, pulls out the like wrapped chocolate bar that's probably now dusted with Cheetos. A chocolate book, and then says, well, here you go. This is the book. It's authentic. Red over here took a bite out of it.
Very Black Foresty cherry goodness. It was delicious.
I'm gonna not eat it, like just in case, but I should really go to the ice cream shop and get Black Forest next time. He's gonna take it and sit down on the ground with it, and open it up, and you see a list of names. A lot of them. Give me like a very quick mental roll. Willow, you get a benefit of 3.
Okay, so that would
Nope.
raise it to a 20, and I rolled an 8. No, I'm sorry, I rolled a 5.
Cool. So a 15 margin of success. 2 metric fuck tons of success and more.
Success.
Wild. Corncob, how we looking?
Wait, am I supposed to be doing something? Sorry, my brain shut
No,
down.
you are
mental
fine.
roll.
I swear this is our last roll of the night.
Okay, no, my brain fully like.
It's just a mental check to see if you recognize any of the names on this list.
No, I rolled a 19.
Okay, cool. Well, Willow, you at the very least can see, and you probably remember this very well because Mayor President Alleypop literally recited this list to you earlier. This is a list of all of the citizens in Pantria. And Fudge starts to kind of flip through the pages as he's also recognizing some names. And he gets to the very last page. And the very bottom name is Whiskey's. And as he looks at it, it disappears. And that's where we end tonight, y'all.
No.
Ooh, what a heist! What a heist!
No.
You all made this book. This book was made in character creation.
I know.
What's
but that
done
was-
with it is
But
not my
Whiskey's
fault.
not supposed to disappear into the cotton candy forest.
I told Allie that I'd give Whiskey an adventure.
Oh no.
But Allie's obviously asleep right now and in
Allie
bed.
should be
so
asleep.
Doesn't know what's
That
going on.
is
So
an
she doesn't
adventure.
know.
That's my next adventure. Just saying.
Lemon, you may not have been here during character creation, but I will give you the explanation of the book because we did make it on our session 0. The cookbook, as it is called, lists every single resident within Pantria, and as they disappear, their name also disappears. It basically keeps a very up-to-date population. So now Whiskey's name is gone.
See, Mama Cat said this was supposed to be the opposite of Into the Dark Room.
I know it was, but they made these choices, and I am just giving them what they wanted from session
Allie did
0.
not choose
Yeah.
to
No.
get ill.
No, she didn't. this would have happened either way. It just would have been a different person.
Oh.
A different person's name would have disappeared.
That's
just
fair.
not Whiskey's. It wouldn't have been one of the four of you. But because Allie stepped out sick, I am going to give Whiskey the adventure of a lifetime. Just
That's fair.
it's a little
Whiskey-centric episode.
Woo!
Next time we save Whiskey. But that does mean that we are out for the night because my wonderful players have been up for so long. We all need to go to bed. So we will go ahead and finish out the night. Amber, would you like to talk about yourself, who you've been, and where we can find you anytime?
Yeah. Hi, everybody. I'm Amber, also known as the Space Jamber. Anywhere there's internet. I'm a TTRPG writer, editor, streamer, content, everything. I have been Corn Cob, our sweet little possum with barely 2 brain cells to run together. Which art is imitating life today. So we just love to see it. Things you can find me. I'm running a Danny Phantom themed game. It's Danny Phantom with the serial numbers rubbed off game of Monster Hearts on the initiative order tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern. On Friday. I don't remember the time yet. I'm still working on it. I'm going to be doing Monster Prom sometime on Friday to support Girls Rock PT, a Black led charity that promotes music literacy in the District of Columbia. And then Saturday and Sunday, I'm off the internet, so don't look for me. But I'll be back next week. Yeah.
Woo!
Hey, Kylie.
Hi, I'm Kylie Eberhard. I am one half of the co-founding team of Homebrews and Homebodies. Tonight I've played Willow Bumblebreeze, the beautiful little raccoon adventure crew scout. You can find me almost everywhere on the internet at Viking_mermaid. I am here most of the week, but on Friday you can catch me and Mal over on Femme Gamer Party with some more Ladies of Lake, where we are playing D&D 5e with added lasers and liches content, where we play a 80s-tastic girl group and their manager getting into shenanigans. So definitely tune in.
There you go.
Excellent. And hi, friends. I'm Adam Kahn, bringing to life Big Red this evening. Big Red, as we know, as most people know, currently back at his ice cream shop. But yeah, you can find me on the socials at Azerold1, and then other places you can find me. We'll be back here on Wednesday. Friday, I unfortunately will not be around for ladies because I'm going to be doing some tech stuff over at the DAT Network. We've got Adventure coming back. We got a couple episodes left of that, which I'm excited because it's been really hectic trying to get it back and going because everybody's gone. And then next Monday, it begins. The Telling of the Dragonlance over on Eric Frankhouse Presents, where you get to meet a fun little Kenderman, and it's going to be a good time with all of his friends and stuff. So come next week as well. Eric Frankhouse Presents Dragonlance. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah, it's gonna be super fun. So that leaves me. Hi, I'm Mallory Mize. I've been your game master this evening, and I currently am on Mondays as well for Into the Dark Room. That's where you can find me constantly, is right here. I am also in Ladies of Lake on Friday with Kylie and also Allie, who cannot be here tonight because she's too ill. We do have a backup GM just in case, but we're hoping that she's feeling better and back up to it. On Saturday, we will have an episode of Crit Talk right here. We just got to figure out a time for it. But we will be here to talk gaming and indie games and things like that. On Monday, I am actually pulling a double header. Before Into the Dark Room, I am, and this was announced today, so I can say something about it now. I'm going to be on Kobold Press for their Valentine's Day one-shot. It's really exciting. I get to go play a skeleton. It's going to be great. So I will be there from 6 to 8 Eastern, and then at 9 Eastern, I'll be right here GMing the 5th episode of Into the Dark Room. So it's going to be a really cool Monday. I am also in the middle of writing a bunch of things, and Remember Us should hopefully be out sometime within the next week, which is a little solo journaling RPG game. And I think that's it. I don't know. Life's really busy right now. Thank you all so much for coming in tonight and watching. It's been super fun. I hope everybody enjoyed it as much as I did, because I had a blast, and I hope my table did too. So you can always come back. We always have streamlets. We always have hopefully fun shows. And we are going to keep doing the rotating casting for as long as we can because we love playing with new people. It's been the best. But for tonight, I think we are over and out. So please love yourself, take care of each other, and go have a very happy adventure. We'll see you Monday. Bye-bye.
Bye.